Fiddles.
Yes.
Let's start our session off with an insight check with advantage.
Sure. Be happy to. That is a 19 minus 1, 18.
Good roll. Okay. So, you're familiar with Lord Bartholomew. Some might say too familiar with Lord Bartholomew. You know in your gut something is very wrong with this whole situation. You have done heists on your own. You've planned them basically in your sleep to this point, and you know that one was too easy. Another question you have, how does Lord Bartholomew know this information? Was this a setup? Who was the captain of those vampires, and where are they? All these questions to ponder with your high insight check.
Okay, with a trembling hand, Fiddles looks up at everybody and just says, oh God. Okay, we are in trouble. We're in really big trouble. Can we have a quick family meeting?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Fiddles were family?
I don't know. We're kind of like your employer. That's a toxic work environment.
I mean, half of Ridley's family's around here somewhere already, so.
I have to come clean about something.
It's a safe space, hon. Come on.
I am very familiar with the orphanage on the Bartholomew estate. Belinda Fluffington's home for wayward youths. But I was not, in fact, raised there.
Go on.
Cornelius Bartholomew is my father.
Oh, boy.
Hot damn.
Goodness.
Okay.
Well, that's a plot twist if I've ever seen one.
Well,
My whole life, he was just gone. All the time. Business trips. Trying and failing to start a political career. Business trips. Just gone. But I didn't know who he was. But when I was 15, I became friends with a girl named Sasha who lived at the orphanage. She taught me how to fight. She taught me how to lie and cheat and steal. All the fun stuff that I love so much.
right.
We fell in love.
Aw.
And then one day, Sasha got sick.
Aw.
And when I approached my dad and asked him to funnel a little more money into the orphanage that I believed that he was sponsoring, do you know what he told me?
Oh.
They're just free labor.
Wow.
Ah.
The night that Sasha died, I ran into his office, planning to steal all of his banking information. And I was going to come into the city and impersonate him and send all that money to Belinda Fluffington and have her get out, take all the kids and go. But I was caught that night by Ricardo the Wizard. He's my dad's muscle, and he's bad news. The only thing that I was able to take with me. And Fiddles takes off his glove on his left hand. Was this. And he holds up the thumb ring. And he says, while we're being honest, I got one more thing. And Fiddles grabs the thumb ring, twists it, removes it from his thumb, and his hair grows to about shoulder length. He loses about 2 inches of height. Still tall, but not as tall.
I think we're the same height now.
Sure.
The frosted tips go away, the eyes go back to brown, and before you stands Cornelia Bartholomew, Lord Cornelius Bartholomew's daughter.
What?
Dude.
I've been living as Fiddlesticks for the last 6 years. Scrapping and fighting and trying to find my way to a group of people that I could care about again after Sasha, and damn it, I'm not letting him do it again. It's not going to happen. But we have got to be ready. Because Ricardo is bad news.
These are the days of our lives.
I couldn't take notes fast enough.
I know.
You said Cornelia?
Honestly,
Do you prefer?
at this point, Fiddles is more who I am than Cornelia. It's a terrible name. It's a rich lady's name. It's really.
I wasn't
awful.
going. Listen, I wasn't going to cast any aspersions on your nomenclature, but it's not great.
When I was a kid, they used to call me Stink Bottom Jr. Fiddlesticks is an upgrade in every sense of the word.
Stink Bottom Jr. Got a good ring to it.
Fiddlesticks, if it's any consolation, I don't know what you may be feeling having such a close run-in with your father again, but you know this, surely, but the apple has fallen far from the tree.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
What does that
I'd
mean?
say that's the biggest shot. I just think that you even have old fudge blood in you is wild to me. So, yeah, you're nothing like him. I'll tell you that. And listen, I've had transformations of my own, nothing quite like what I've just seen, but still, I've been asked to be one thing and told to be another, so I relate to that. It doesn't change a whip about it. Doesn't change who you are. We gonna kill Rico?
Let me get a group perception or insight check.
I rolled perception. That's an 11 minus 1 for a 10.
I rolled a 9.
11 plus 3 perception for a 14 for Glint.
12 plus 6 for an 18 on insight for Sue.
14 plus 4 insight for Ridley, 18.
Sue and Ridley, there's something about the story and reflecting on, this heist that is bothering you still. Didn't Fiddle say he heard a mouse whenever he grabbed the egg?
Fid, it's coming back to me in this moment here as we are reflecting. Tell me the wizard's name again.
Ricardo.
You know that Ricardo pretty well, huh? But do you think you said something about a mouse? Do you think that there's some, or does your dad have like a familiar? That to me is just sticking out as real stinky cheese.
Yeah, strange to see a ship of that level with a mouse that is not there because they were invited to be there. Last you connected, Ricardo still alive?
Oh, unless something really cool and great happened for once, he's very much still alive. And also could very much be a mouse if he so chose.
And do you think there's any way Ricardo could have seen through your disguise?
I'm going to be honest with you. How many times did you hang out with your dad's friends?
Well,
my
my dad ran a tavern, so that's a little different. I worked with him quite a lot, but I know
I just know him as the big scary magic guy from my childhood. That's pretty much all I got here. Could he be a mouse? I guess. I don't know. It feels like you can do anything when you're, 12 years old and the big scary magic guy tells you to go to your room and you say you're not my real dad and he says, I know.
I think we're being watched, folks.
You can hear hoofprints coming towards you in the distance, heavy ones and familiar ones, as Suey pops up over, the horizon, rushing up to you guys.
Jetta, what are you doing, girl? Come on now.
Is anybody going to do anything else, or are you headed to the ship?
I'm going to ready 5 attacks.
I do think it's time that we skedaddle on out of here.
Let's hightail it.
Did we get confirmation that this is the real egg? Just with a note on it?
I think as far as we could tell.
Oh, I don't like the use of the word think. Okay, cool.
Never do. I don't make a habit of it.
Can I hit it with a quick investigation?
Sure.
12 plus 7, 19.
It looks like a wyvern egg.
Yeah.
The one that you've seen before, and it has texture and even a scent that you would imagine that a wyvern egg would have.
If I shake it, do I hear like a baby wyvern rattling around inside it?
No.
Gentle, Glint,
Like-
the baby, gentle.
just like a
soft hands.
just like a Wonder Ball.
Two
Like a
fingers.
BB from Death Stranding.
It's scrambled. Scrambled wyvern.
Is Cheddar the only kind of mount that we have?
Yep.
Here's the thing. Luckily, she's not about a maximum weight here. Cheddar's just a maximum occupancy, which is normally 4. But no sliding, my friends who are not me or Ridley. I think we can fit. If y'all want to jump on, let's get going.
Fiddles
go.
climbs instantly.
I'm climbing on that pig. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm up on it.
This is an insane visual, but I will allow
Wait,
it.
now I have something
can I
to
say-
draw. Where's everybody sitting?
Davey is riding on my shoulders.
Can I use some rope and pull behind it in my shell like I'm wakeboarding?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Just the head poking out, that's it. Just roping your
Donnie's just sitting on my belly.
Now, Donnie unrolls his whip. He's like, Rid, I got an idea, or you got an idea, but here, whoosh, and just like gives that to you, and you can just wrap this
That's
around
so
her
good.
thigh. She'll know what to do.
snapping turtle moment.
I think Fiddles is astride the nostrils.
Oh, I was going to say Sue's up between the ears.
Yes.
Just holding on to 2 little tufts of fur.
Amazing.
Where's Nathan
All right.
Lane?
Well, after a little bit, you guys are, Cheddar's pretty fast. So you make it to Blindo's ship pretty quickly. And you can see that Blindo has found a new hat. And,
Hey!
him and all the Azers are
We're going to need to commandeer that.
taking care of all of the provisions and everything you need to take off. You see Leadhead like carrying large crates and everything. And when Blindo sees you guys pulling up on Cheddar, he like knocks on the side of the ship, and you see like a door fall down. He's like, "Hey guys, your hog there's a pen in there for him, so it should be fine."
Thank goodness. Thank you. For her, but I'm not going to get on to you, Blindo. It's fine.
Oh, thanks. I have gender blindness.
That's going to get you so far.
I'm
That's
from
great.
the moon.
There it is. No genders on the
There's
moon.
no gender on the moon.
Anybody want to do anything, or are you guys hustling on
Yeah,
this?
I would love to let Blindo know. Blindo, the heist went well and also poorly, and hot pursuit is the likely scenario in which we find ourselves now.
Yeah, we need to hit it. I'm ready to go.
Do you have NOS on your spaceship?
He nods and points a finger up in the air, and you see like a firecracker kind of shoot out his fingertip and pop. And then all the Azers just kind of hurry onto the ship.
Amazing.
below decks.
Fiddles starts to open her mouth to tell Blindo about the change, and then remembers what Blindo just said about gender blindness, and is like, don't worry about it. We're not gonna not even gonna bring it up. And so she turns to Leadhead. Can she see Leadhead from where she's at, like coming up onto the ship? Fiddles just looks at Leadhead and goes, "Leadhead! Fiddles!" and points to herself.
I love what you done with your hair, and I guess we gotta go now.
With haste, Ridley is just still want to be wary of the situation. I'd like to do maybe like perception, or I want to make sure that we're not being double crossed here with the disappearance of some folks on the ship.
Okay, perception check.
Okay. Ridley got a 10 perception.
You
Nice
don't
Everything's
notice
fine.
anything that you're looking for.
Wow,
You
the
can
stars out
see-
here are really pretty.
You can see in the distance, your former mount is just like hopping
Roll.
across the horizon.
Ridley has a very quick, silent moment where he puts a hand on his heart and faces Groke. Your life is better here. Better here than anything I could offer you on the moon, I guess. If you jump, I don't know if you'd come back down.
It's just that moment from Red Dead. Thanks, boy.
I'm picturing you forehead to forehead with Groke, just like snout to snout.
Well, I think he's really far away, so
Just the top of the ship.
Yeah, just so far away, just talking out into the field by himself.
Okay. Then with that, everybody can board the ship. You see all the Azers are standing on the edge of the ship as takeoff begins, and you see a ring of fire surround perpendicular to the ship as it lifts up from the ground and takes off at a surprising speed.
Hold up, yeah. As it starts to lift off, Donnie is like feeling around, like his like satchel or whatever he carries his stuff in, and he's like, oh shit. He just starts to like take the notes out that he was taking with the quill for Jody, and like makes a little crude little paper airplane and just like boom, like just like tosses it over the back of the ship to just kind of let it just like fall on the ground, little leave behind there.
You think that's going to happen, but the airplane darts off towards Jody's house.
So cool.
Cool.
The boat, gets height pretty quickly. Soon you're above the clouds in the night sky. Donnie, as you are kind of meandering around, maybe looking through this notebook, a leadhead kind of stands next to you. I haven't talked to you in a little bit. Are you doing okay?
Hey, Cap. Yeah, I am, Led. I think I'm learning a lot, Captain. I think I've learned more in the time I've spent with this party than maybe I have with all the songs I've written and all sorts of things. Learning about you, learning about my friends, learning a lot about Donnie. I'm doing all right.
What have you been learning about Donnie?
Well, I think there's something that I haven't talked too much about either. Led, I'm sure you've noticed some of the scars, and he like points to one on his neck. He said, "This is the first time I met Cheddar right here. There's a whole different system of trying to tame one of those wild beasts, but that's kind of when I knew. She's got some scars of her own from me, but that was just love. But this one right here," and he like points down to the hand he plays with, and he unbuttons a couple buttons on his shirt and opens it up a little bit, and you can see maybe the same kind of scars that are branching from his fingers on his right hand are doing the same thing and seem to end around his like chest. He said, this was from the moment that I decided no longer to be Donyark Ghaash'kalla. I'm glad it never went away, because I don't think Donyark did either. I can tell you more about that when we've got the chance, but sometimes you get so good at something you get ignorant, and I've made a lot of mistakes, and I think I need a lot more time correcting some of those. There's people I've left behind, and there's a lot of work for me to do. I don't think it's ever going to make these scars go away. I know that's unless somebody knows someone who's in cosmetics or something. I'm not sure, but outside of that, I'm kind of done doing harm to myself. I think for my own good, if that makes sense. None of the scars that I had until I met Cheddar were for anybody but me. And I think if I'm going to have any new ones, it's going to be maybe for some of the people on this boat. I'd do it for you too, Cap.
He nods. I ask because I see the scars, and Donnie, I think that I've got a monster inside me from my past. I've done pretty terrible things, and I look around, and I kidnapped almost everybody here.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's not the worst thing I've done. But I think that you guys have shown me over the past few weeks that I don't have to be like that. And so I appreciate what you and your friends have done for me. And and I'm going to try to be the best captain that I can.
You know what, Cap? You captured all of us, but it was one hell of a meet cute. I don't know if I would have met him without that. You know about the binding flame, Leadhead? You heard of that?
No, never heard of the no flame.
It's what my people have worshipped for a long time. sometimes can take the form of a creature and very often just a silver flame. And it's said if you get close enough to that flame, you can almost see like it's outlined, like it's drawn by somebody. You know what they call that outline?
No?
That's the silver lining, Led. I think there's plenty of that with this crew. I'm glad you captured me, hell. I've been wearing these socks ever since.
You might want to get new socks.
Yeah, they smell real. I think that's how Cheddar found me, to tell you the truth.
They smelled bad when I gave them to you.
Yeah. You really have done a lot of bad, haven't you? Is that the demon you're talking
Are they
about?
all his
Because I
socks?
got one in my boots. Got the
There's a
monster.
demon in my boots.
Well, Leadhead, when the conversation dies down, kind of leans against the rail, staring at the stars. Ridley, as I'm sure is on your agenda, you go and check out to see if Swill and Snaps are doing okay.
Yep.
Swill is still kind of out of it. And you notice that out from his reptilian pores is this like inky sweat that's like pouring out of his skin. And when it drips on the wood, it like sizzles. And Snaps, hey Unc, I've been, feeding them as much as I can. But he seemed to be getting worse, not better.
Yeah. No. Hey. Good job, kid. I think you're doing the best you can. Hey. When did this sweating start?
A couple hours ago.
Okay.
And he you can see he's been like trying to wipe his forehead with a cloth, and you can see that it's like all black.
Just burning it away. I don't know. Jody said we had time. God, okay. Let's do water. When's the last time you said water?
I guess I poured some on him, but he wouldn't really drink any. So yeah, let's try that. Two, get over here. And one of the Azers marches over. It's like, yes, you would like my water flask, and hands you like a leather flask.
Perfect.
Why would he have that?
It's like poison to him, right? That's crazy.
No,
I
we
mean-
drink water too.
Sorry, learn something new every day.
Imagine being able to just take a steam room anywhere on your belt. That's pretty nice.
It would be weird to knowingly put things in our body that is bad for it.
That'd be wild. Yeah.
That is a novel concept. Okay, Ridley's gonna take a quick sip and make sure that it is water and not some sort of bourbon.
It's water. It's
Cool.
It's kind of warm, but it is water.
It came with a note in the Azer, and it said, "Give it to your strongest."
Yeah. Hey, Swill, hey, drink up, buddy. Does he respond to that?
He opens his mouth, but he doesn't like swallow the water. It just like pours out the side of his mouth.
Okay. I think I would like to maybe pour a little bit on his skin, see what happens.
Yeah. When you pour some on his skin, there's a little bit of a sizzle, but then you can sense touching him that his skin does cool down a little bit.
Okay. Gosh, I feel like, Mariah, you know about how water and acid acts together. I'm wondering if there's something. He's got acid sweat because he came out of that big acid pool.
You gotta take chances, make mistakes, and get messy to fix Swill.
Oh gosh, I haven't done chemistry in a lot of years. I feel like
Wait, I remember that it was
depends on what it
acid into water.
is, but would it dilute?
So this is the opposite. We need to put him in water.
Right. Yeah, that feels dangerous. That feels better.
Gosh, guys, I don't know what to do.
Somebody find a pool.
I'm like, can I bless him?
You can try.
There's nothing that Jody could do. Guys, I'm just kind of panicking here. Ridley's gonna go and talk to his butt god, Genbu.
Sure.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how's the short game coming?
It's pretty good. You see that he's been using his battle axe to hit like magical small balls off into the distance.
Oh, little batting cage. Hey, think I updated you on this. Remember Swill kind of cursed?
Yeah, big time.
Big time curse, yeah. So that is going sans bueno. No bueno here. It is. It's getting worse. He's sweating acid. Look, Jody said that he'd be fine, and I'm starting to think. I mean, not a whole lot of people that are sweating acid would say, I could do this for a long, long time. You got any pointers?
Might be having his own kind of draconic transformation. You got steam going on. He might have acid going on.
Okay. Could that transformation? I mean, you've met a lot of dragons. You met a lot of turtles.
Yeah.
Maybe
big
that's
guy?
I'm sure that big turtle guy. I'm sure that's a spectrum. Is there a moment on that spectrum where it gets really dangerous for everybody else?
I guess it kind of depends on the person. He could be a bad dragon, a bad acid dragon who, really wants to live in swamps and eat people, or he could, maybe he's a good acid dragon. We don't know until the transformation finishes up.
A good ass dragon. Okay. How can I aid a fellow turtle that is going through a transformation?
I would, make sure his skin doesn't get too dry. Make sure his shell is oiled up. Don't want it to be ugly. And if you were in a catatonic state, you would want someone to take care of your shell. You got to live there. So
yeah, make this house a home. Okay. Appreciate it. I'm gonna grab some of this shell wax here, and I will be out of your hair.
Is it turtle wax?
Turtle wax? Yes.
Good.
Etiquette.
Great.
all right.
Turtle wax is a real thing, like a real brand thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell.
Did forget about it, and so I just was thinking about the disc that they use for surfboards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just gonna go rub that on his back.
I like that image the best, I think. Just like a slow, scrape.
Glint, what are you doing?
I think Glint's probably up at the prow of the ship, starboard side, looking out over the edge, pretty lost in thought. Being up here on this airship is calling to mind Glint's first vision that he had. I'm not actually sure if he ever told anybody about that. So probably whoever's over next to me would hear Glint just kind of absentmindedly talking to himself, going over the details of that vision.
Two of those people near you are, I don't know if you would call them your friends, but Cornelius and Mezcal are over there listening. And Cornelius puts his arm around you and say, "Hey, look here, pal. We told you that we had something to tell you, right?" And kind of direct you away from everybody else.
Okay, sure.
So we, the two of us, we're members of a dragon-marked house. Of course, a dragon-marked house that is very protective of its lineage. And so we did not get the mark.
Sure.
Right. He's got his right hand in his armpit again.
However, you do have that mark.
Yes, I do. I do have a dragon mark. That's correct.
You have halfling parents who surely did not have that mark.
No.
And
They
so
did not.
we have come to the conclusion that you must have been adopted.
Very, you must have a +5 or 7 or even 9 to your insight, because that is correct.
Probably infinity, I would say.
You have you have plus infinity. I think God is rolling your dice.
Yes. This is a big one. So you, again, because of our house and how protective they are of the mark, are in some way a part of our royal lineage.
Royal lineage. Okay. All right. Okay, and his knees are starting to buckle a little bit.
Everyone on the boat needs to make a perception check.
Not my forte.
7 plus 3, 10.
12 plus 3, 15 for Sue.
11 minus 1, that's a 10 for Fiddles.
8 plus 5, 13 for Donyark.
14 plus 4, 18, Ridley.
Everybody can hear in the distance, below where these clouds are that you sail above, there is a slow, steady beat of wings.
Swill?
Nicole!
Ridley and Sue, you see there are 2 humanoid figures flying right above the cloud line. Difficult to see.
Just with their arms?
Mm-hmm. They're not flapping their arms. They're flying like
I had to
cool,
clarify.
Yeah, cool superhero style.
Like, Gage, this is kind of lame. This must be a cool episode.
Yeah.
This one's lame so far.
Very cool superhero style flying.
It's Tom from Tom and Jerry wearing a bird suit.
I need to be clear when I say superhero, not like Superman, because that is how nerds fly.
Yes.
They have their arms behind them.
Playground Sonic Run style.
And they're like standing vertical.
That's crazy. You can make another perception check, Sue and Ridley, if you would like.
What if I would like?
Probably should.
Fiddles is still just like, what's that noise?
8 plus 4, 12 for Ridley.
13 plus 3, 16 for Sue, so not much better.
Sue, you can see that one of them does have a familiar hat on his head.
Oh, hey, y'all, something bad's coming. There are 2 folks down there, and one of them we know.
Who is it?
Whose hat is it?
Wait. We know a lot of hats.
Whose hat is it, Gage?
It is the hat of a captain that you know.
That mother sucker Vance is back.
It is Captain Vance. And as you say that, you see 2 wyverns burst through the clouds. Clenched in their talons are each of them have 1 pirate in their talons.
Oh. Heck yeah.
You have about I'd say a couple seconds before they are close enough to do something.
I mean, how far away are they?
Very close. I would say about 50 feet.
Who has seen them? Is it just Sue that has seen them?
Sue, you
I
were-
did.
They told
I
us
told all
that.
of y'all.
Do we all know
Sue
now?
pointed it out so you all see. You all have a turn to prepare for them arriving.
What can I tell about this cannon?
Crack and whistle.
I see a cannon on the...
I'm so glad you asked. So, at the on one end of the ship, there is a cannon. It is this iron cannon that glows red. Next to it are a bunch of magical combustible cannonballs. It will take an action to shoot it. It will take 2 bonus actions to load and then aim it.
Okay.
If it hits, it will do 3d10 damage.
Ooh.
Can I tell from looking at it if an Arcano core would fit in that cannon?
It sure would.
Okay, so I think Fiddles is going to turn to Glint and just lock eyes. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Glint's tucking his cravat back in his coat pocket. He's been fanning
Yeah, he's
himself after he
definitely
found out that
royal.
he was a prince.
Yeah, she's going to look at Glint and say, you thinking what I'm thinking?
The answer to that is almost never.
But what about this time?
I hope so.
You could blast your things at guys.
Oh, in the cannon. Yes. Oh, that's a great idea.
I do it.
Do we all get a little moment?
Yeah, so why don't you go ahead and roll for initiative?
Uh-oh. That is a 20 plus 6 for 26 for Fiddles.
16 plus 2, 18 for Glint.
10 plus 1, 11 for Donnie.
19 plus 0, 19 for Sue.
Nice.
1 plus for 1 for Ridley.
We will start at the top. Fiddles. What are you doing? You have a full turn. You have everything you need, your action, your bonus action. At the center of the ship is the mast, and it is 50...
We have not rested since the heist, right?
Correct. You didn't really use anything
I
during
don't think
the heist,
anybody
which
used
is...
much.
Yeah, we didn't do anything.
I bardically inspired somebody.
Yeah, I used a spell or so. I used one spell.
I fired off a couple thunderous smites in the old turlet.
This mast has a ladder leading up to it. It also has a rope and a pulley attached to it. It is 55 feet tall.
How long? What's climbing speed again in Dungeons and Dragons?
With a ladder, I'll say it's 30 feet. It's
Okay.
fine. It matches your walking speed. Yeah.
Can you Jack Sparrow to the top of it and cut the rope and ride the pulley to the top?
Yes, one of you whose subclass is Swashbuckler is proficient in Jack Sparrowing.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the plan, friends. Fiddles is definitely going to grab onto that rope, draw the sword of transmutation, and slash that rope, shoot all the way up to the top. And definitely, by the way, on the way up, like in the little weightless part at the top, bow out, arrow knocked, already aiming, like very Legolas.
Very sick.
That's cool, though.
Very
Cool.
sick.
I had a big old crush on Legolas.
Now you got a crush on Fiddles.
I mean, makes sense.
She's very crushable.
She's very crushable.
Sue, your ring, the Ring of Ambrosia, has begun to glow.
I was just about to use it. It knew. Sue wants to, Fiddles is now very far away. Can everybody remind me who has the babiest hit points? I don't feel like we've ever explicitly said.
Donnie.
Probably Donnie, yeah.
How many do you have?
33.
33. I also have 33. What about other boys?
Okay.
38 on me.
I got 43.
44.
Okay. I think so. Sue's gonna feel the Ring of Ambrosia glowing, and I feel like it's a little bit warm. And she's going to reach into her bag, and they're gonna pull out. Let's see. Let's come up with some good Southern food. Some corn fritters. Sue's gonna grab some corn fritters, and they're going to shove one into their mouth and toss one to Donnie and one to Ridley, and say through just like a totally muffled voice, all manners out the window, just eat up, boys. And that gives you
Happy
10 bonus hit points for the duration. What are they called? Temporary hit points.
Temporary hit points.
The ring has not stopped glowing.
Oh. Do more corn fritters appear in my hand?
They do not. It feels as if you had another action, it wants you to like channel your magic into it.
Ooh. But I can't do that right now.
Nope.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything with your bonus action or movement?
We're all just kind of hanging out, eh? Which way are they coming from? So if I'm looking down at the ship, are they coming towards the bow or the prow? Are those the right words? Or from the sides, the leeward and the wait? What? I don't know boats, y'all. Somebody tell me.
The wyverns have spread out to either side and look like they're going to try to come on the east and the west side, one each.
Okay.
And Captain Vance and the person with him are aimed straight for, what's the head of the ship? Is it the
prow?
prow? Yeah.
Okay. I think Sue is going to. And is the cannon on the prow? Sorry, one more question. Or is it at the back? I can't. To the back.
Aft.
Half.
Yeah.
Aft?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You can make it there with your movement.
What's
It's
the
fine.
stern?
It's the front of the ship, the part that would touch the water, I believe.
Coming in clutch. Sue will
Thanks,
move
Glint.
to the prow of the ship as far as they can go.
You can make it all the way to the cannon if you want to use your bonus action for.
Helping.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sue and Finn, we're buds. That sounds great. I will
Okay.
load up that cannon.
Oh, just to be clear, I'm up, not back.
Thank you. Yes,
I'm
I did realize that.
55 feet in the air,
Ready
to rain fire.
Glint.
So rules of the cannon is that it takes 2 bonus actions to then be able to use an action to fire the cannon, correct?
Correct.
What does Davy got going on? Could I use Davy's turn as a bonus action to give the cannon one more bonus
That's
action?
so much
if
better.
I wanted to do something for myself?
It takes your bonus action to tell Davy to do something. And so
Gotcha.
it would end up
Okay.
being the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hightail it to the cannon then. And I would like to load the cannon. And that's my bonus action, is to load
It's
the cannon?
already loaded.
With-
Sue loaded it for you.
Okay, so I want to aim it then.
Okay.
And that's my bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I don't think I have an action. I might ready an action,
Okay.
which I guess would be to fire the cannonball.
What is the qualification for that? Like when they are within range?
Yeah.
Okay. Who would you? Well, okay. We'll stick with that.
What's the meanest one who's going to be the most mean to us? I want to shoot at him.
You can determine when I show them to you.
Okay.
Donnie.
I can't shoot anything right now. I can't shoot at people yet. This is all preparation phase.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So Donnie is like, all this stuff is happening around him. He has started some real quick, and this is just for like to give you Doge. Do with it. It could be my mouth noises. It can do. I'm going to try to make it simple for you, but he means to inspire, and he's doing like a really quick like ding like on his guitar as he like looks out and he starts to walk towards the edge of the boat. And he's like ding, and he looks up at Glint, and then he puts up like a Captain Morgan leg up on the side of the boat, ding, and then does this whistle that kind of sounds like the tune is like ooh, and he says, "Well, Glint's the man, yeah, we all see it." And I imagine at this point, Glint's like looking over, like as he's like over at the cannon, ding, why ride the wind when you can be it, ding, and then just like bardic inspiration. Just shoots out.
Amazing.
Those little motes go around Glint,
Amazing.
and he's good to go. Donnie's got nothing
Very
else
good.
but that right now.
Ridley.
So immediately upon seeing the wyverns come out of the clouds, I rolled a crit fail, so I think he just started thinking about something else for a while. But he's back, and so Gage, where are they, like underneath the ship? Like what side?
Who? The wyverns?
Yes.
There's-
This is a good point. Are they not flying with the vampires?
They were initially, but they started to spread out. So the wyverns are coming up. I'll show you. On the east and west side of the ship.
Oh,
Whereas the people are coming.
They look so cool.
they really do.
Okay, so Ridley will, he has this in his inventory, but for flavor, I think it feels a little bit better. Ridley's going to grab 50 feet of rope off the ground and start tying it around his belt area, and then tying the other end to is there a railing around the edge? Yeah. So he's going to tie it around, and some sailors not, that just feels kind of secondhand. He's going to tie the other edge to the railing. And then we don't really hear him talk about his god very much. But Ridley, as a paladin, gets his power from the god of savings. And so he just says, "Dear Lord, using this bonus action, I really need to close this deal today." And he's going to cast Divine Favor on his glaive, which, well, now that I'm seeing the color of the wyverns and I'm making some assumptions, he's going to cast, oh boy, he's going to cast Elemental Weapon. And he is going to select fire damage as he looks down upon the back of a blue wyvern. And so I'm thinking that my action was tying myself and then bonus action to prep my weapon. And so, yeah, whatever movement I needed to use to get over the edge. And Ridley is ready to roll.
Okay. I imagine you're over here by the edge, middle of the ship.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Cool. All right. Glint, where do you want Davy?
Let's have him right next to me.
Okay.
Somewhere very safe.
My son.
Protect our precious boy.
Okay. The wyverns flap their way up to the side of the ship, and 2 vampires leap onto the ship.
They're twins.
On the other end,
We got twins.
We got twins.
Captain Vance arrives
Too many.
and looks around and says, funny seeing you here. Have you spread the word?
Hey, Fiddles. More like Crapton.
Oh my God. She's crying. Like just openly weeping.
Captain Vance.
Slowly descending onto the deck
What?
is Ricardo, who extends his hand, and a serpentine staff appears in his
Fucking
hand.
Jafar, bro.
It's Prince of Egypt.
All right, Fiddles. Actually, first thing that's going to happen, Glint, your ready to action is going to happen first. You can either use your Arcana Core modifier, or the cannon will have a default +7.
My Arcano Core modifier. Let me pull that up because we played a whole season of this show and I don't remember what it is. It's a +7. So
Okay, even. That's fine.
cool. But if I slip an Arcana Core, does it do that? Have the potential for that elemental damage in addition to the stack of the cannon?
It doesn't do 3d10 plus your Arcana Core, but will add some damage to it.
Yeah, I think that. And I choose who I'm firing it at. Yeah.
Between these 2 wyverns, yeah.
Let's do the red wyvern on the starboard side of the ship. Glint's gonna, as soon as that wyvern comes in range, just like almost preternaturally fast, just lock the cannon onto that wyvern and slide an Arcano Core in the front right before he fires it.
Starboard is stage right for those of you nautically challenged people.
Nautically challenged,
Those
but
of you that don't know theater,
theatrically
you're out of
inclined. On one of the sides, there's a red one, and I'm gonna shoot at the red one.
Roll to hit.
11 + 7, 18.
Oh, babe.
That's going to hit.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Talk me through how to do this damage.
Roll your Arcano Core first, the damage.
Once I hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6. So I'm going to manually give us 2d8 plus 1d6. So it takes, it takes 20 damage. A lady's 20.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my lord.
7 and an 8. Okay. What damage type are you going to do?
The d8 was a 7 and an 8. Let's do thunder damage against this red wyvern.
All right, we'll add... Oh my gosh. We're going to add 3d4 for like cannon propulsion, and those are all 4s. So,
Wow.
Whoa.
yeah.
That's
I've never done
amazing.
that before, but that's pretty cool. It'll take a total of 32 damage right off the jump. You can hear it roar as a good chunk of its side just explodes.
So you like dragons? How about dragging these Arcano Cores across your face?
Glint got hard as hell, dude. I like Glint. now.
Fiddles, it is your turn.
Finds out he's a prince.
I say I live by one rule in Baldur's Gate, which is the best status effect that you can ever afflict on an enemy is dead.
Is pain.
Am I above the wyverns?
Yeah.
Great. So I have advantage on ranged attacks, I assume?
That is unfortunately a Baldur's Gate rule, and that is
Well, great. Then I will plant my feet firmly to enact steady aim. Give myself advantage like a big boy.
Oh, wait. So, hey, sorry, Gage. We just found out Fiddles is rich, so they should have advantage.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good point.
That's privilege.
Forgot
Roll for
about
privilege.
that. Yeah.
Fiddles.
Roll for privileges.
Fiddles is a Nepo baby.
Fiddles ain't got no cash. Well, that's not true, actually. We got some gems.
Fiddles is a klepto baby.
Yes, Fiddles is a
I was trying to get there. That's so good.
Okay, so she draws her bow all the way back, feet planted firmly, and fires on that same old red wyvern.
Go for it.
Rolling with advantage. That's 2 7s. So 7 plus 6, 13.
A 13 is going to hit.
Oh, thank the Lord. All right. That's beautiful. So that is with advantage. That becomes a sneak attack as well. So that is 8 plus 4 for 12 total damage.
Great. Anything else?
No. That's it.
Okay. Then on the red wyvern's turn, it is going to move towards this cannon.
Ooh.
Glint, when it gets close to you, let me get a nature check from you.
That's what I'm most medium at. 14 plus 4, 18.
Dang.
This is a young red wyvern, meaning it doesn't have infinite stinger uses, which is really probably great news for you. And you can, when you look to the blue one, you can imagine that one is a younger one as well. But when it gets close, it is going to try to hit you with its stinger. It's a 17 to hit.
It does.
That will be 9 piercing damage, and you need to make a Constitution save.
Oh, I accidentally rolled it twice. I don't have advantage on that. It's an 18 con save.
Okay, an 18, that's great news. You are going to take an additional 4 poison damage from that. And that is the wyvern's turn. Sue, on your turn, you can still feel the ring. It is like almost demanding your attention.
I think Sue will listen. They're gonna try and figure out how to. They're gonna take let's do this. They're gonna take a deep breath, and in the same way that they would typically, call forth their spiritual guardians, all their magical knives. She will send that energy instead into the ring.
In response, 2 wisps of light start pouring from the ring. One is a teal and the other one is a pink. And as they snake together, they form the shape of a feathered serpent in Dungeons & Dragons, and especially Eberron, known as a coatl.
A what?
Coatl.
Oh,
Sue,
I heard you.
Quaddle, baby, quaddle.
Oh, there it is.
Baby, quaddle.
Have I ever seen
like an Aztec guy? Yeah.
Yes.
Like an Aztec serpent. That's so cool.
also what the wait, you've already said it before, Doge, the Quetzalcoatlus?
Coatl.
Was named after Coatl, yes.
Yeah.
Can I roll something to know about this Quaddle and hope that it is my friend?
You can roll a religion check,
I'm bad at that.
or you can ask your friend Donnie, who would immediately know what this is.
Anybody seen this before? I don't know what's going on.
Bird snake.
Oh my! Hey, Sue, you're working with. Oh my God, those are. That's basically an angel. I mean, what you're working with here is what. What my people have. I mean, if it wasn't for the koala, what you see here, then my job would have been a lot harder, and it was already pretty damn hard up there in the demon wastes. You're looking at a god there.
Sue, you have full control of this as a player, Raya.
Okay.
It will act after your turn. I sent you the stat block.
Sick. So sick.
Yes.
Wait, so all I've got is like a little robot child, basically.
If you ever talk about Davey again,
Don't talk down about him.
that's my
He's
friend.
a
I
magic
have
boy.
a god that I can talk to that plays golf.
My dad was mean.
Okay, I think Sue, after hearing Donnie, will turn back towards the Quaddle, and Sue doesn't wear a hat, but she's just gonna kind of nod and then turn back towards the fight.
You have a bonus action and your movement remaining after that.
Great. I think Sue will. Do we have to re-aim the cannon every time?
Yes.
Okay. Then Sue will. Does it make more sense for Sue to aim it or to load? Probably load. Glint's right there, right? Can I reach in the bag?
Depends if you want to use Arcano Core, which you don't have the spell to cast, or
Oh, yeah.
so probably aim.
Okay. Yeah, Sue will swing the cannon and try and line it up.
Is there like a range thing to worry about since we're basically like point blank at this red wyvern?
No, it's far enough away that you wouldn't really need to worry about that. You might need to worry about like if you were trying to shoot Captain Vance or Ricardo since they're on the opposite end of the ship.
Okay.
And they're also on the ship, so if you miss...
you hit the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, no. Is there anything else, Sue?
Not for Stu.
Okay, then what is the Coatl going to do?
Oh, man. Okay. I've been trying to quickly look over the Coatl stat block. I think... Okay, it says the Coatl's weapon attacks are magical. Does that mean like their bite and constrict? Those are their weapon attacks, right?
Mm-hmm. It basically means that if they resist magic, that it won't matter for these.
Great. I think the Coatl is going to just try and snap onto the red wyvern's neck, just with a big old bite.
Yeah, great. You can roll the hit.
Should I just roll a d20 and add the modifier?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a 2 + 8, 10.
A 10 is going to miss, unfortunately.
That's okay.
He just got here.
Right.
Give him a chance to warm up.
They're working on it.
Glint, you are up.
Cannon is aimed, yeah?
Cannon is aimed.
Pointing at the red wyvern.
Mm-hmm.
Let's finish where we started. I'm going to slip another... We'll do a first level Arcano Core this time. Slip an Arcano Core in there and, I don't know, engage the mech. How does it fire? Is there like a wick on the back? How are we firing this cannon?
Magically.
Well, then I'll use the magic to fire the cannon at this red wyvern.
All right. You can roll the hit.
5 + 7, 12.
12 is going to miss. It goes wide. You can see it sinking.
Hey, you've
through the
got Bardic
clouds.
Inspiration, by the way.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, I would like to use that Bardic.
Good
That's
call,
a good
Donnie.
call. That's a good call. So that is...
You sure you don't want to wait and do like an Arcana check or something?
So that was technically on a...
Attack roll, so that'll be a D8, right, Donnie? Yeah.
Well, let's roll a D8 to add to it. 7, bringing my 12 up to a 19.
Great, that hits. Point blank.
Incredible.
But boy is right.
Here's what happens now after that, though, is the target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of your choice there, Glint, has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw of 13 or take thunder damage equal to the number rolled on the Bardic Inspiration die.
Oh, that's great.
Jeez, is there anybody else in range?
Yep. Well, your friends, if you want to do a little friendly fire, which is awesome.
I would love to not hurt them.
It fails, so it'll take 7 damage of thunder damage right off the jump.
Yes.
And then some Arcano Core stuff, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see.
Get him.
2d8 plus 1d6. That's 7 damage. That's a 1 and a 2 on those d8s.
That is very tough.
Ugh.
What type of damage are you going with?
Let's hit him with some cold damage.
All right. That cold damage kind of, it hits like the edge of its leg. So it kind of brushes off the damage. But it takes an additional 7 from just the force of the cannon. It's a total of 21 damage that turn.
Wow.
Is he, would you say bloodied?
Now it is bloodied right after that hit.
Whew. Cool.
You got 1 bloodied wyvern, and then it's Captain Vance's turn.
Great.
Captain Vance first floats into the air.
Okay.
Totally normal.
That's a great start.
He'll get about here, and he'll see Leadhead and say, Leadhead, who gave you permission to wear that hat?
Oh, don't even, dude.
And then he will look at Donnie and attempt to charm.
Big mistake.
Huge.
Donnie, you need to make a wisdom save.
Oh, those? Oh, that, my friend, is a 19 plus 2, 21.
Let's go.
As Captain Vance's one eye that isn't covered by the eye patch starts to shine, how do you resist it?
Donnie's just kind of like has a puzzled look and then just puts a thumb up to like cover it from his view, just like right in front of him, like he's about to paint a picture. And he's just like, like a stinky face on it, like
That's
like a
so good.
landscape
weird.
painter.
Rapunzel just out there.
Captain Vance will fly on the outside, hovering over the water.
I love that move in video games when you miss and just move to regroup. Just hold on.
Donnie, you're up.
Donnie is going to lay eyes on the ice wyvern, and he's going to whistle his antagonizing tune and look over at it and just be like, wyvern, more like Hoover, you know? And cast antagonize on the wyvern.
Okay, is that a save?
What now? Oh, yes. Sorry, let me go to it. Wisdom saving throw.
What's your DC?
14.
It fails with a 13.
Come through then.
All right, what does that do?
So going to take 4d4 psychic damage.
Nice.
So 7 damage. But the real meat of it is that psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction to make a melee attack against another creature of my choice that I can see. If the target can't make the attack, for example, it's not within its reach or because its reaction is unavailable, the target instead has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the start of its next turn.
Ooh, okay.
Donnie takes the thumb that he blocked out from the captain to charm him, and it was kind of to the side the whole time while he was whistling, and then he kind of eyes the wyvern and then like eyes the captain and then moves that thumb like gladiator style like up and like gives him like a quick nod.
Yeah. The wyvern whips its stinger at Captain Vance and it fires off of its tail, and that's gonna hit Captain Vance.
Yes, it is, dude.
Get him.
Got no stings either. That's the one and done for the sting.
All right, that'll do 17 damage to the captain.
Let's go.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Get him.
Donnie, would you like to use your bonus action or your movement?
Donnie is going to go to stand between. I can't decide if Donnie's getting smart about how squishy he is. No, he's not. He's going to stand between Leadhead and Ricardo.
Okay. All right. On Leadhead's turn, he looks towards Captain Vance and I earned this hat.
Yes, dude.
Damn right.
Hell yeah, he did.
Yes.
And you can't take it from me. And he's going to charge at Ricardo. He's going to swing his club at Ricardo. Wizards are bad. And he's going to hit.
Wizards are bad.
And that's going to do 10 damage to Ricardo.
Get him.
And that'll be Leadhead's turn. On Ricardo's turn, he extends his staff, and you see the clouds begin to spin up towards the ship. And next to him appears a wind elemental.
The initiative order is too long, Gage. Don't.
And then he is going to, on the backhand of his staff, is going to use an arcane burst, which is going to hit. And that'll do 20 damage to Leadhead.
No.
Oh, no.
No. Wait. How close do I have to be to do my special thingy?
I don't know.
30 feet. I don't think I'm 30 feet from our sweet baby boy.
No, I don't believe so. All right, so Leadhead will take that damage. And then after Ricardo's turn, the wind elemental is going to fly towards Donnie and is going to slam into him, or try to. That's a dirty 20.
Oof. That'll do.
And that will do 18 damage, Donnie.
Okay.
You can tell that Ricardo is concentrating on this spell.
Okay.
By the furrow of his brow. Ridley, you're up.
I bet he looks like he's pooping.
That's exact, yeah.
I'm going to try and jump on a dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
I need you to make an athletics check against its AC.
8 plus 6, 14.
A 13 hit earlier.
Yeah, that works. Let me see if I can.
And a 12 didn't hit. I think their AC is 13.
I think so.
Okay, Ridley, I'll say that's your bonus action.
Okay. Ridley's gonna yell back to the ship. Do any of you speak a language that this guy can hear?
Yeah, how about this one? And Fiddles flips the double bird to the wyvern.
Oh, so close. They're actually wyverns, not birds.
Everybody can make a nature check here real quick.
16 minus 2, 14 for Sue.
16 plus 4. That is a royal 20 for Glint.
Wasted it. It's a nat 20 for Fiddles, unfortunately.
6 for Donnie.
The guy on the dragon got a 7 on the wyvern.
Ridley, when you jump on the wyvern, you realize it's not ice, it's just blue.
It's just blue.
Fiddles, Sue, Glint, you guys would know that wyverns are unintelligent. They do not speak languages. They don't speak. They're like animals. Yeah.
Glad I wasted a nat 20 on that.
You want to use your action, Ridley?
I'm gonna try and get. Ridley's gonna try and see. Like, is there any way that I can grab onto stuff and start moving this guy around?
Pilot the wyvern.
You know what I'm saying?
You can make an animal handling check to try.
Let's go.
I will say that you're attached to the boat with a rope.
So just
And if it flies too far, that'll slingshot you.
Yeah. I can't die. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. We're just messing around.
Manifesting immortality is a bold move.
Yeah, this ought to cover it. How does a 3 animal handling do?
That's not going to do it. You like pull.
Ridley dies.
It has like a forehead spike that you pull trying, and it just farts.
a little puff of flame.
So I did actually learn something.
That's how he learns that it's not an
Okay.
ice dragon, because he farts flame instead of ice.
Okay, none of these handles work. I'm going to try and make my own. And I'm going to drive my glaive into its neck.
You have to use it one-handed because you need your other hand to hold on.
I respect that.
With those thighs.
Disagree with it.
He's a turtle, though. He just kind of squats around. He doesn't. His legs are little.
This ought to do it.
Yeah, that's not
4 plus 6, 10.
not going to hit.
Oh, sweet,
Yep.
Ridley.
Cool. Well, I'm going to hang on.
All right.
I'm out here.
Did it.
Real nat 1 behavior on the initiative.
In brighter news, I had 2 creatures roll nat 1s. It's the vampires and the blue wyvern. So
Idiots. Idiots.
Who do they want to jump on?
the vampirates pull out their crossbows. One of them is going to fire at you, Ridley. It seems a bit frightened that you mounted its ride. It gets a 14, which is going to miss.
Boo.
And then the other one is going to fire at Fiddles
Good luck,
up on the
idiot.
mast and is going to get a 10. So that
Missed.
will fail too.
Real nat 1 behavior.
Fiddles hits him with that Peter Pan thumb on the nose, wiggle the fingers kind of thing.
Bad news is that the blue wyvern regrows its stinger.
What?
And it is going to fly with Ridley attached
Amazing.
towards Donnie, who is in its immediate path and is going to try to swipe him with the stinger. It's going to miss, though. And you see the stinger lodge into the side of the boat.
Yes.
It is the size of a lance.
Oops.
Back to Fiddles. You're up.
Yeah. Same song, different verse. Fiddles is going to brace against the side of the crow's nest, draw that bow, and going to once again use steady aim to blast this red wyvern. I just want to take him out.
Yeah, roll.
Not much better. So yeah, there was an 8 on the first roll, a 10 on the second roll. So that arrow is just going to soar right past the wyvern.
Extremely tough.
And, oh man. Okay, I guess.
That's your bonus action in movement, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, on the red wyvern's turn, we'll see if it regrows its stinger first. It does not. So it's going to try to bite at the new flying thing that is in its way. And we'll try to bite at the coatl. It's going to miss. The quaddle pretty expertly winds out of the way, and it clamps onto air with a 6.
That's my sneaky friend.
Sue, you're up.
So, question for you, Gage, DM. Is Sue concentrating on keeping the quaddle here and visible? Does it, am I continuing to focus on that?
You're not concentrated, no.
Okay.
Which is, that freaking rules.
That is really badass. So then I think Sue's just calling in all of their, just everything right now. So Sue's also going to call up all of the knives and kitchen implements that she can and cast Spirit Guardians. And that's at a 3rd level.
Ow.
All right.
Kiss.
The radius is 15 feet, right?
The radius is 15 feet, yes. I don't know. I did not mean to do whatever I just did. But yes, DC save 14 is the save for those near.
Okay. Is that when it enters or at the end of it or at the beginning of its turn?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll save for it now. It passes, so it takes half.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me roll that. So that's 7, so half does 3. Do we round up or round down? I can never remember.
We round up.
Okay, so 4 damage. Radiant, to be specific.
All right. Anything with your bonus action?
Sue will also re-aim the cannon.
Nice.
Just tag teaming it.
All right. What's the quaddle going to do?
The Coatl, I don't think the Coatl is upset at the Wyvern because they know that they're better than them. And so they're just just gonna go back in with bite.
Bite 'em.
That's a 22 to hit.
Okay, so it takes 11 damage, and then it needs to make a save, or it is poisoned. And when it's poisoned, they fall unconscious.
This is the most amazing thing ever.
I have high hopes for this.
For me or for the Coatl?
It fails.
Bye-bye.
And the red wyvern, after the Coatl wraps its way around its body and bites into its neck, the red wyvern, you can see this bright light spread through its veins, and then it falls asleep.
In midair?
And it is flying. And so the red wyvern sinks below the clouds.
Just hits you with that goofy, yo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, that was such a good shot at that.
So good.
You've done that before.
Okay. Do you want to move the quaddle?
Yes, they will snake off towards Captain Vance. I think they're after that big vampy as far as they can they get that far?
Yeah, they have 90 feet of flight.
Yeah.
Holy.
They're just gonna
Dude.
Okay. Well,
90 feet.
Glint, it is your turn.
Also, just imagine some small swamp farm family was just out there having like a late meal, and just a wyvern from the sky.
What the players don't see is that back at the farm, where the werecrocs are trying to cultivate their species, a wyvern crashes down into the desert.
Amazing.
And they take that as a sign from the gods.
And they can't blow the horn for help.
they can't.
Sorry about you.
They have a new skeleton for their lair. All right. Glint.
The cannon is aimed at where Red Wyvern, we call him Splat. His friends call him Splat. Where Splat was flying just a second ago. So I think we're going to maybe forego the cannon this round. I want to walk to that pirate, that vampire that's closest to me. He's here on the starboard side of the ship. I'm going to walk towards him, and as I'm doing, Glint's going to push his glasses up the bridge of his nose and use his bonus action to enter storm form. And he's going to say, and now I'll pick on someone my own size.
Glint, as the clouds begin to disperse to surround you, these like white clouds that were below the ship, as they ascend, they start darkening, surrounding you. Your mark begins to glow, and you feel that your storm form is more powerful than it was previously.
Excellent.
As you look down, you see that as the winds begin to coalesce around you, there's a new mark on your hand added to your previous mark of storms.
Excellent. Glint's going to file that away under important information in his brain. And he definitely does have a mind palace with labeled folders.
A folder that just has taxes.
But for the time being, Glint's going to draw a Hailfang, his short sword, and we're going to attack this vampire right in front of me.
Okay.
That's a +8 to hit, so let's hope that's good. Oh my god, it's a 10.
It parries your attack with its crossbow.
What?
Great. That seems like something that would happen.
Like Bloodborne style?
Crossbows are thick. They're made of wood.
That's it, I'm out.
All right. On Captain Vance's turn, watching what this formerly extinct god just did to the other wyvern, he's going to fly to the ground level of this ship here, and so that he does not fall down and splat.
I was really hoping.
And he is going to attack the coatl with his sword that he draws. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Don't do it, Gage.
And it will do 13 damage to the coatl.
Okay. Gotta do some mental math.
All right. That will be Captain Vance's turn. As he lands on the ship here, you can see the wound from the lance that sliced the side of him is beginning to heal.
Ooh.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, Donnie.
Okay. Music that we're used to from Donnie has kind of leaned towards like country sounding, outlaw, Johnny Cash type stuff.
Mhm.
But ever since his last turn, there's started to have been this low hum that maybe it was the boat, but I think maybe now we're finding out it sounds like there's this choir or multitudes of like low hums, almost like a tribal kind of hum. And the gong on his back has started to catch fire, and he's taken it off, and he's starting to hit the gong, almost like a chime of a big ancient bell. And fire starts to fall on the ground, forming in the shape of a labyrinth. And then he walks out to the center of this as this is happening. Again, it gets louder and louder and louder. And then he takes out his whip and cracks it. And in a 30-foot cube, which means 8 characters are about to go through this. So this is the 2 wyverns. I just measured 2 wyverns. Unfortunately, Ridley, Leadhead, the captain, the elemental, maybe Ricardo, like definitely from the wyvern to Ricardo.
Oh, you can
Are about
choose
to
where it is.
see-
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. It would be all of them. And so for the sake of getting Ricardo also, I chose to go down. So it also gets Leadhead.
Yeah.
But everybody sees, in this case, I'm having a creative turn here on hypnotic pattern. Everyone's going to see like their biggest fear immediately. Take the shape of like a 30-foot whatever. It could be a massive dragon. To me, it feels like a boggart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like it just shows up and all of a sudden they're distracted. And so what hypnotic pattern does is you create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside that cube. So the pattern appears for a moment and then it vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern has to make a wisdom saving throw. So that's everybody in here.
Okay.
Not me, though.
All right. Starting with Captain Vance, we have a pass. Wind Elemental is going to fail. Leadhead is going to fail. Ricardo is going to pass. And then the wyvern needs to make one too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with the coatl,
Okay.
if it can, unless it's some kind of
The
spirit.
wyvern is going to fail.
What am I rolling for the coatl?
A
Wisdom.
DC 14 wisdom save.
The coatl passes.
Ridley got a critical fail.
Okay. And it might be worth knowing what those that failed saw. I don't think we have to know about the wyvern, but that could be fun for you, Gage. But what happens is on a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. And so this lasts a minute. So if I wanted to keep doing this, I would hold the concentration the next time it gets to my turn. But while charmed by this spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. Can my bonus action be to reach over and wake Ridley up?
He is on top of the wyvern. And so I'll say until that wyvern has acted and essentially fallen to the ship, you cannot reach him.
So our failures were Ridley, Blue Wyvern, and Wind Elemental
And Leadhead.
Leadhead. Okay.
The blue wyvern begins to look pretty terrified of the coatl. While the wind elemental, which typically doesn't have a face, begins to shrink away from the stars, and you see Leadhead looking in absolute terror at Captain Vance.
Oh, okay.
Are you happy with what you did to our friend?
Honestly, the two people that I had hoped failed did not. Can I walk over to Leadhead and like shake him?
You can try. You are within, like, you'd have to risk an opportunity attack from Captain Vance.
Oh, never mind. I thought I could get to Ridley. Can I throw something at Ridley?
What do you have?
You could shoot me, because then I would take damage.
Needs a bonus action.
Yeah. I have, let's look at the inventory, eh? I mean, I have the whip, but that would be a bonus action.
What's in those pockets?
I don't have a bedroll anymore, but I do have, I have a candle.
Sure, you can throw your candle, use your modifier like you're making an unarmed strike. Who are you trying to hit?
Great.
Will
Okay.
you light my candle?
Ridley. Okay.
Wow, dude.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah,
That's
Holy smokes.
amazing.
Easy.
That's a 25.
Ridley, what do you see for a moment before a candle hits you in the forehead?
Ridley's greatest fear. Yeah, this is a lot to ask of a player. And like, I think it's just an empty Fontina's Marina.
No
You think about the Fontina Marina stand back home, which is being unmanned right now.
You can tell the coffee's cold.
and like this, there's no boats. There's this crazy world where people are instead like flying through the air. They can't handle it.
Okay. Leadhead is incapacitated.
Yeah.
You can hear him kind of mumbling. You can't make out what he's saying, but he's still looking in horror at Captain Vance. Ricardo, on his turn, does not really seem to care that Leadhead is in this stupor, because he is going to first hit him with that blast from his staff, or he's going to try to.
Evil.
That's going to hit with 17.
Oh my God.
And then that will be 20 more damage to
Oh my
Leadhead.
gosh. Is he still standing?
Leadhead is bloodied,
He's harder than I thought,
but he is not in his stupor anymore. Then Ricardo is going to wave his staff, and he disappears for a moment. And most people probably don't see where he lands,
I know one who can, though.
but he teleports right next to Fiddles.
Nothing personnel, kid.
And that will be Ricardo. Air Elemental is incapacitated. So Ridley, you're up. The blue wyvern that you're riding on has fallen prone on the ground. So you have an advantage if you want to hit it. Or you could wake it up and keep trying to, rodeo this.
Well, I don't know. I'm like, if I'm going to roll under a 10, what's the funniest way to do that? I think I'm going to... can I try and take its wing off with my glaive?
Sure.
Then we'll just fly in a little circle.
You would have to do a specific amount of damage in one turn to do that.
Yeah. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do... Well, we're going to try,
You have
though.
2 attacks with advantage, so...
And we can add a little smite on there.
If anybody can do it, you can, Ridley.
Okay. This ought to do it.
Oh.
That's going to be an 8 gauge.
You have an advantage.
I have an advantage.
Let's do that.
It's prone.
Let's do that.
Said 18.
That's what I'm talking
18.
Yeah.
There it is.
about.
There
That's
it
what
is.
I'm talking about.
Your first attack hits.
Okay. Here's the regular knife damage, 10 glaive damage, and then a 4
Okay.
fire damage to the blue wyvern. And then I'm gonna. There's a big crack sound as a thunderous smite brings out an additional 8 damage.
Okay.
That's great.
The wing is still on, but with this next attack, you could remove it. You still have advantage on it. It isn't in its stupor anymore, but it's still prone.
Okay, yeah. So Ridley's gonna lift and slash again. Ooh, not gonna do it. That's a 10, a 9 and a 10.
No, it will not. Are you still hanging on though?
Oh, hang on.
Okay. All right. Then it is the vampirate's turn. One of them is going to draw a sword. Just kind of tosses his crossbow to the side as he tries to fight Glint. And that's a dirty 20 to hit Glint.
It does. It does do it.
That will be 5 damage to you.
Okay.
All right. The other one is going to pivot over here past the middle of the ship and is going to try to fire at Donnie, seeing that he cast a spell that made everybody go to sleep and is scared of that. That is going to be a 13, Donnie. Does that hit?
No, it does not. It's a
Okay.
miss.
All right. And then the wyvern on its turn is going to fly up 15. Well, before it does that, I think it's going to try to swipe at Donnie. We'll see if it gets its stinger back. It doesn't. So it is going to try clawing at Donnie, and it has 2 feet, so 2 chances here. A miss and a 15. Does that hit?
That does.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a Constitution save to see if you can hold on to your spell.
That's a 4 plus 1. It's a 5.
Okay, so you lose concentration on the hypnotic pattern,
Fair.
and you take 11 damage. But on the bright side, the wyvern is going to risk an opportunity attack by flying up in the air from Donnie, but not the Quaddle yet. So Donnie, if you have a melee weapon like your whip, you can attack.
Dadgummit, dude. It always looks good and then it's not. An 8. That's a 5 plus 3.
It's not going to do it. Fiddles, you're up.
Can I see Ricardo? Am I the one that can see Ricardo?
You are. He has teleported right next to you at the top of the mast.
Great.
And he turns to you when you notice that he's there, and he says, "On guard."
And Fiddle says, "Still weird. You're still weird." And does a full pirouette spin, drawing the sword of transmutation straight across the chest.
Very cool.
That is going to be a 17 plus 6 for 23.
Ooh, that definitely hits.
So the damage on that one's going to be... Oh, it's not a sneak attack, so remove. That's going to be 10 piercing damage.
It is a sneak attack as a swashbuckler. This is what you were made to do.
Wait, explain that to me. What am I missing here?
Swashbucklers get sneak attack when you're one-on-one with an enemy.
That's right,
and have
dude.
no allies or other enemies
Oh
around
my
it.
God. So that's going to be 23
so fun.
damage on this big dumb idiot.
Yes.
And on the slash wound, it's going to glow a deep dark purple because I have cast Booming Blade as I swung the sword.
Good.
So that is going to go ahead and do
An additional.
an additional. That's just a. Well, it's only supposed to be 1d8. So what is that? Which one of those do we take? Just the 6, I guess.
Just the first one, yeah.
Okay, so that's going to do an additional 6 for 29 damage. And then for my movement, can I just action hero slide down this ladder?
You can make it halfway. Actually, no. You can action hero slide all the way. You do trigger an opportunity attack.
I do not, because of fancy footwork. If I make a melee attack against a creature, they cannot make opportunity attacks against me for the rest of
That's so much fun.
So cool.
I'm gone, baby.
Yep. You slide all the way down.
Trophy. Oh.
That's so good.
Is there
Looky, I
is
got
there
looky.
no like push to Booming Blade?
It doesn't push. If Ricardo moves,
5 feet
he
willingly.
explodes.
He takes
Yeah.
2d8 damage if he moves 5 feet of his own volition. And I believe that includes teleporting.
I will rule that as yes.
That's so
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
He does
he's
maintain his concentration on the elemental.
Pretty impressive concentration. Just saying.
I've waited my entire DM life for a Rufio moment, and here we are. All right. Sue, you are up.
Yes. Okay. Sue is going to, I think, just start sprinting towards. Is Leadhead still standing, right?
Leadhead is still standing. He is bloodied.
Okay.
Looking like a true survivor.
Yeah. Sue's going to race off towards as far as she can get, to just try and intercept and like be in between Vance and the Wind Elemental and Leadhead if she can.
You have 25 feet of movement.
Oh yeah, I'm a baby.
Got little legs.
Little legs. So
But you also have
she-
spirit guardians around you.
Yeah, so let's run past the guys if we can.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think you can run past where you
But-
are.
Okay, run towards the boys, towards the two vampirates.
Just in a straight line south.
I think she would swing a little wide,
Like here.
to not trigger opportunity on the next time. Yeah.
Okay, cool. They are both going to need to make is it con save for spirit guardians?
Yeah. No, wisdom. Wisdom, I think. 14.
And you can roll damage. The one fighting Glint passes. The one in the middle fails.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to get that. That is 12 to the one that failed and then 6 to the one that passed.
Okay, good stuff. Any action or bonus action on your turn?
Yes.
Do you have to concentrate on spirit guardians?
I do, yes.
Okay.
I just feel like Sue has so many things going on. I don't think they're going to also conjure their spiritual weapon.
Okay.
'Cause that just feels crazy. Right?
Got a lot going on. You can, do what you want, but
Just feels like so many. No, you know what? She's pulling out all the stops. She's doing it.
absolutely.
Please,
Good
please.
stuff. Where is your spiritual weapon going?
I think it's going to hang back by the vampirates as she's racing past, is her intent. So she's going to leave that there.
So like there?
Yeah, that's
right in
great.
between them? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is it going to attack?
The one closest to Glint.
Okay. You can roll the hit. Oh, did it already roll? It already rolled.
I think it did when I cast it, yes.
All right, so that's a 17
to hit.
That'll hit for 9 damage. Great. Okay. Anything else?
That was a bonus action, right?
Mhm.
Why do I still
And
feel
your
like
movement. You can use your action to dash if you want to.
Oh yeah, let's do that. That feels right.
I did forget, but this is important. These vampirates are vulnerable to radiant damage. It hits them for
Oh yeah.
a lot more than you expect. So one of them is bloodied. The other one is just in ouchie mode.
Amazing. Yeah, then Sue will dash.
Activate ouchie mode.
Yeah. Where are you going? I know you're avoiding the opportunity attack, but let's see.
I think towards just the center of that feels
Like here.
Yeah, the base of the mast.
Okay.
That's great.
All right. Both. This is so much fun. You get 3 new spirit guardians.
Oh yeah.
The wyvern passes, Vance fails, and the wind elemental fails. So
Okay.
Vance will take double damage from that.
Oh my god, yes.
Do you mean to re-roll?
No, just for the sake of
Okay.
not having to calculate all that again. Okay. Then what is the Quaddle going to do?
The Coatl is going to swipe at Vance.
Okay, you can roll the hit.
And that's with a bite with the old teeth. Oh, that was a crit fail, which is a bummer.
Oof.
Even God's
It
fail.
bit its cheek.
Vance doesn't even look like he moves. He almost looks like he fades in and out of existence as the Quaddle completely bites through his body onto the rail.
Boogeyman style.
Glint, you're up.
In your estimation, as the master of dungeons, how high would you say Blue Wyvern is flying off the deck of the ship in feet?
15 feet high.
15 feet high. All right. I've just messaged you about something, Gage.
I love secrets.
Only if I get to know him.
Hey, you had a big old secret.
That's true.
Yes, Doge, I think I see what you're saying. And so the answer is yes.
Okay.
That's a good answer.
All right. Then on Glint's turn, he's going to go ahead and put Hailfang back in its sheath. And he's in storm form. It's more powerful. I would imagine he's kind of like levitating maybe an inch or two off the ground. It looks like Thor with like the lightning arcing off of him, like to touch the deck of the ship.
Sick.
And he's got his right hand up. He's studying that new dragon mark. And then he looks up at all these people who are attacking us. And he says, I won't let you take my family from me. And then he he kind of has intuited another word of power as this dragon mark, the magic courses through him. And he raises his right hand and says, Njorthur. And a wall of wind rips up from the deck of the ship. And it like snakes through in between the legs of each of the enemy combatants, minus our wizard boy who's up top. You can see like the kind of the light from his eye beams. His eyes are shining out through his glasses. It's like tracing a path along the deck of the ship. And then like an instant after the light passes a spot, the wind rips up from that. And so it makes like a line in between each of these guys that we're fighting right there.
Oh.
And they are... they're going to do some math. They're going to take either full or half 3d8 bludgeoning damage, depending on whether they pass or fail the strength save, plus 1d4 of lightning damage from my stormform damage.
Go ahead and roll the damage as I do these saves.
Okay. Dude, that is a 7, 7, and an 8. That's a 22.
Oh my gosh.
What is the save for you? 15?
Yes, it is 15.
Okay. And that's a strength save?
Yep.
Okay. The vampire save.
Okay.
The wind elemental. I'm going to say the wind elemental is completely dispersed. Based on the rules of the spell, I would say the wind elemental basically joins this wall.
Great.
And then Captain
Dang,
Vance
dog.
is going to pass with a 16, and the Blue Wyvern fails.
Yes.
So everybody that passes takes 11 damage,
Okay.
and everybody that failed takes 22.
The Blue Wyvern is pretty bloodied.
Oh, don't forget your storm form damage. Did you do that already?
Not yet.
The guy in front of you takes a pretty big hit from this and is bloodied. For everybody who's an ally, this wall stays, and so you cannot walk through it.
I also gotta do some stormform damage on these guys as well. Everybody takes a 1d4.
Go ahead and roll that.
It's a 1, just like a little extra, like right on top of them.
Just like a little spark, like you used.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's light switch damage. Okay. Glint, anything else?
No, I'm out of actions.
Okay.
Gage, should I code that as like a second level spell? I think the spell is third level, but I don't have third level.
Because of the
unlocked.
glasses, you can cast that once per day when you're in storm form.
Sick.
Very cool.
Incredible.
Grats.
Captain Vance is going to look up at the night sky, and you see that his essence begins to disintegrate into these little ashes, which then enlargen to be to look like a swarm of bats, gigantic ones. And he is just going to fly over this wall and is 20 feet above the ground over here on the other side of Sue.
As a murder of bats still?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have to save again since he's started his turn in the Spirit Guardians?
Oof.
Oh, good point. He does. And he fails. So let's get that damage.
Hey, what a dummy. That is, whoa,
Ooh.
19.
Oh my god. Sue, just
That's a lot.
Beyblade his ass. Just follow him around everywhere.
Yeesh.
Just become the Beyblade.
He takes a really big hit from that. That's 38 total damage to Captain Vance. He'll end his turn 20 feet up in the air as a swarm of bats. Donnie, it is your turn.
Wyvern be bloody. Ricardo's like directly above me, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. He's,
Can I see him?
you can. He has some cover from the plank that he's standing on, but you can see him.
I can see him. So we're gonna firebolt that guy.
Oh, man,
for sure.
Longsharp is really nice here, huh?
Yeah, Donnie's not even gonna look at him. He could tell where this dude was. He's gonna look at the wyvern, and he's gonna do that little thing of like the fiddle or whatever when that Devil Went Down to Georgia thing and on both hands, and they'll light up, and he'll point it at the wyvern, but actually shoot one just straight up at Ricardo.
That's very good. You can roll the hit.
That's a 13 plus 8, 21.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
A little 2d10.
So 2d10. One of them was a 10, the other one was a 4, but that's 14 fire
Very
damage.
good. He is bloodied, and he can't move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Donnie, anything with your bonus action, or do you want to move?
No, I really think the only bonus action I can do is old Bardic Inspo. So
You have that
Look
orc
again.
thing, too.
Oh, aggressive. Yeah, I can move up to my speed towards an enemy.
But unfortunately, doing that will throw you into the wind wall.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stay right here. It's all around me. Just going to enjoy it like an IMAX theater.
Leadhead is going, on Leadhead's turn, is just going to kind of stand over here with his friends, his club. You see that he's taken a pretty big beating up to this point, but is standing firm. On Ricardo's turn, he looks down and sees a crowd of targets. And so he waves his staff, and you can see a ball of fire beginning to form that immediately shoots down to you guys. That's a 20-foot sphere. And so, not really caring about friendly fire, he's going to throw a little fireball at you guys and everybody. Sue, Fiddles, Leadhead,
Except for Glint.
Donnie, the Wyvern, and Ridley. All of you need to make a dex save.
Would this 15-foot high wall do some blockage?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Good question.
It says it keeps fog, smoke, and other gases at bay. Arrows, bolts, other ordinary projectiles launched at targets behind the wall are deflected upward and automatically miss. Loose, lightweight materials brought into the wall fly upward.
Here's what I'll say. I will say Donnie and Ridley can roll with advantage.
I'm going
Got
to
it.
use my inspiration roll again also.
Good call.
Yeah, this one's gonna hurt.
I rolled a 1 and then I rolled a 2 again. So that was a 2, a 1, and then a 2.
I rolled a 9 and then I rolled a nat 20. So it ended up being a 23.
It's a 24 from Fiddles.
12.
Okay. That will be 30 fire damage if you failed, and 15 if you pass.
15 if you pass?
I gotta assume that a 12 passes.
The pass is 14.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
In an all too familiar situation
Yeah.
with big fireballs, Donnie falls limp to the ground. He's in death save mode.
Wait.
He's
I
dead.
can't get to Donnie.
Do you have no health left?
No, I had 14.
Okay.
Sue does want to
Sue can reduce this damage with your reaction to Donnie.
to him, even though I'm not. I guess my spirit guardians are all flying around.
Yeah.
Donnie, are you okay with not being in death saving throws? I don't know if that's like a.
Yeah, dog.
Okay. Just
No,
even
that's
if you
fine.
wanted like the artistry moment, of.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really do appreciate
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Thank you. No.
Sue's. Let's see. What's another kitchen instrument? that would block fire. Ooh, it's a frying pan. A frying pan covers Donnie's beautiful face and just reduces that damage. It's 1d10 plus 3 that you can roll, Donnie.
Okay. I'll just roll the d10 and then we'll add 3 to it. So 7.
So, Don, you have 6 health left after that?
No, I have 7 left.
Okay.
Because it's 7. Yeah,
even.
1d4
Okay,
plus
gotcha.
3.
Okay. I didn't roll for the wyvern either.
I also need to make a concentration save, I'm assuming.
Yes, you do.
That was another 1, but thank goodness I'm a halfling. That's not great either, though. That's a 9. Plus 1, 10. I don't know what the rule is on that.
You get a 10 total?
Yeah.
Okay, then you are still concentrating.
Nice.
It's just like death saves. Woo! Leadhead is on death's door. He's very close to going down.
Oh, I forgot that he got hit too.
The wyvern is also conceivably close to dying, depending on how hard you can hit. Okay, that is Ricardo's action. He won't use a bonus action, and he won't move. So, Ridley, you're up.
Okay. Ridley is going to... Hang on.
This is so intense.
I didn't even think about clustering together with a wizard over our heads.
I didn't either.
Sue would have 3 hit points left if not for the aid.
Wow.
Little corn fritter.
Oh, my healing's actions. Okay, I'm going to just try and kill this wyvern. 15 plus 6, 21.
Hits.
All right.
Still alive with 11 damage.
Ah.
No way.
And then I'll put another smite on there for... let me look at that. That's 2d6.
Hanging on by a thread.
Hanging on by a thread.
I think it's 2d8, by the way.
I just hit it next to the smite.
Oh, you did Thunderous Smite. Okay.
Yes.
It needs to make a strength save. It passes, so sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to hit it again.
Okay.
Maybe. 7 plus 6, 13.
13 hits.
Oh.
Woo.
Another 4 slashing damage, and then super helpful 1 fire damage.
You did need 5 total damage to kill it.
Oh.
No way!
No way.
How do you kill it?
God.
Oh man, I think that Ridley's just gonna push his glaive through the top of its head into the deck.
Oh. That is so sick.
That's metal.
And then he is gonna rip that wing off.
It's tattered. It's barely hanging on. Just take it.
Blood on his
He's gonna
button
try and
down.
use it like one of those flying suits.
Like a link, like a paraglider.
No, he's just gonna try and pin it into the ground.
With another draconic kill under your belt, I wouldn't say this is a dragon kill, unless you want to feel embarrassed by real dragon slayers, but you could count it. Anything else?
I'm gonna start making my way to Donnie because I intend to heal him next time. Yeah, I'm good.
Downtown.
I don't have anything in a bonus action that I can do.
This wind wall does have Donnie kind of trapped where he is. And that is the...
He could walk through. There's a little opening. He could walk through.
I would not say that. You have both... I guess he does have a little lane, sure.
I have a 5-foot lane.
On the vampire's turn, they're both first going to get the heck out of this wind wall. And then one of them is going to try to attack with his sword. That's a 15. Does that hit?
Yeah, it is my AC.
Wait, does tie go to the runner or does 15 means it's not
Tie
a
goes
hit?
to the roller.
Beats it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll be 8 total damage, Glint. You need to make a constitution save.
That is not good. 12 plus 3, 15.
All right, you pass. The other one
Nice.
is going to shoot at you and is going to miss.
Good.
And then he's going to kind of move over here. Fiddles, it is your turn.
Can I see any part of Ricardo?
You can. He has some cover from the pole and from the plank he's standing on, but you can see him.
Great. I'm going to steady myself against the ground, kind of in an action lean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Draw elbow towards the floor, and I'm gonna shoot at his dumbass head.
All right, roll the hit.
That's gonna be 10 plus 6, 16.
Hits.
Gonna go ahead and blast him for a grand total of 13 damage straight to the dome.
Yeah, that's a great one. I guess he's not concentrating anymore. But yeah, that does it. He's not dead, but that does hit him.
Okay.
Sue, you are up.
Sue's very worried about that wizard, but also does not want to leave our pirate boy. I think Sue is feeling very frustrated and is going to cast Word of Radiance. So you utter a divine word, and she has some choice words for Captain Vance, which are, consider this my official resignation.
Oh.
And every creature of my choice that I can see within range, which is only 5 feet, which I believe I can step closer to him if I need to. He's got to make a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage.
Is he still bats?
He's still bats. He passes.
Well, that's very lame.
Was that a concentration spell? I don't think it is.
No,
but
it's
just
a
checking.
cantrip.
Okay, cool.
And then, I think that's all. I can't do any extra bonus actions. Healing word is, because it's a cantrip and a leveled spell, I can do both, right?
Yes, you can use you can't use 2 leveled spells in the same turn.
Okay. Then I think Sue will cast healing word probably on herself, if I'm being honest.
Okay, you can roll for healing.
Okay. That is 9 hit points back to Sue.
Okay. All right. What is the Quaddle going to do?
The Quaddle is going to fly up to good old Wizard Boy
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
and try and bite. I feel like bite is the best way to go here.
Yeah, roll the hit.
It's a 25 to hit.
Oh.
Yeah, that hits
Yep.
for an initial 10 damage, and then he needs to make a con save.
Come on, be bad at Constitution. He's a baby wizard.
He gets a 10, so he fails.
Thank you, sleepy boy.
He is poisoned and falls unconscious.
What an idiot. How far does he fall? Is it 5 feet?
Throw
Ooh,
him
good
over the
question.
edge. Throw him over the edge. Throw him over the edge.
I'm going to
Explode
make
on the way to Earth.
acrobatics check with disadvantage to see how this goes.
I do think he does have to move willingly.
On his own volition.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't get hit with Booming Blade last turn. He's good.
Oh, does it only last for 1 turn? Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
Right.
But he might
He-
fall off the crow's nest.
That's
Does
better.
not fall off the crow's nest, but he is passed out up there, so he can't really do anything to hurt you right now.
Love that.
magic.
Thanks, Quaddle.
He's poisoned for 24 hours.
Suck it.
He's just
Is he really?
passed out unless someone hurts him or shakes him awake.
Will he take damage while he's unconscious?
No, it's not that kind of poison. It's a sleeping poison.
Oh, sick.
If we drop him off the side of the boat, is it kind of like the kick in Inception?
All right. Glint.
I think for my action,
Yeah.
I'm going to look up at the cloud of bats that is Captain Vance. And I'm going to say, I thought this got rid of you last time. He's going to raise his right hand and say, Tempestus. And he's going to cast Gust of Wind, a 2nd level spell at the cloud of bats that is Captain Vance.
Ooh. Okay, Gust of Wind. 2nd level?
Yep.
He's going to pass that strength save with a 15.
Okay. The blast of wind stays there,
Okay.
pointed at the bats. And he has to now spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot he tries to move closer to us.
To you specifically.
Yes, to me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then for my bonus action, I'm just going to rest my hand on the shoulder of this vampire that's right next to me and be like, bosses, am I right? And I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp on him.
Yes.
Oh, that's so good.
When did Glint get cool, dude?
Oh, is Gust of Wind a concentration spell?
It is, yeah.
Okay, so the wind wall disappears.
So the wind wall drops. Yeah. And he does 9 lightning damage with Shocking Grasp to this guy next to me.
What's the hit there?
Let's see. Is that a spell?
Yeah.
Just a regular spell attack?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 14 to hit.
14 is going to hit. So, yeah, it takes 9 damage plus your D4
Oh, yeah.
Extra shocky
from
boy.
Storm Form.
An extra 2 damage. So it's 11 total damage to him.
You guys are getting very precise rolls. That's exactly what he needed to die.
Yes.
I think Glint puts his hand on his shoulder and is like, bosses, am I right? And the guy just like vaporizes.
Yeah, that's very good.
Like when you burn paper from both ends and it like meets in the middle.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. On Captain Vance's turn, he first is going to take some Spirit Guardians damage. So if you want to roll that, Sue.
Let's go.
I definitely do want to roll that. That's 17 damage.
Okay. Vance is going to choose to use his first legendary resistance to pass that check. Yeah. So that will be 18 for him. Okay, he's bloodied. You can see like a couple of the bats vaporize. He's going to fly in between Sue and Donnie. Donnie, when he lands, seeing that you are the weakest of the group here, he is going to try to grapple you by reaching his claw towards your neck.
Oh, Lord.
First, he rolls to hit to grapple you, and he gets a 19.
That's a hit.
Grappling you, he is going to take you to the edge.
Okay.
He doesn't have enough action economy to drop you off the edge, but it is close. You can use your action on your turn to use an athletics or an acrobatics check against his to see if you can break free.
Okay.
Or you can do something to try to force him away from you.
I have an idea.
It is your turn.
I love ideas.
So, for Donnie, like, can I cast spells when I'm grappled or no?
You can cast spells.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. He's grappled me or whatever, and Donnie has just, like, turned it into a bear hug and kind of has, like, leaned in on Captain's shoulder. And he was like, you know what? You're right, man. I'm sorry for everything that I've done. You were a good cap. And then he casts Hold Person.
Ooh. It's a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Yeah.
He's going to use his second legendary resistance to resist the Hold Person. He has one left. Also, so that the listeners and you know, since this is your first fight with something that has legendary resistance, every creature person who has this has 3 uses of this a day.
And they just get to say, nah, I changed my mind.
On any save.
Resist
How
instead.
do I get that?
On any save, they can do that. Not with like not if like
an attack
Ridley hit
misses.
him with his axe or anything.
Right.
Yeah. Donnie.
No, there's nothing, unless I can do one of those acrobatic saves or something right now. I got nothing else.
Captain Vance looks to Leadhead and says, if you're going to be a captain, you need to protect your crew. Leadhead takes his hat off and sets the giant hat on the ground and says, I earned this title, and you can't take it from me.
Let's go, dude.
And Leadhead charges at Captain Vance, grapples him. And Leadhead and Captain Vance both fall from the ship.
No.
Donnie, you are saved. But Captain Vance and Leadhead fall through the clouds.
Wait, how fast are they falling?
Can I do an opportunity?
Let me see the flight rule, falling rules in 5e.
We do also have a magical feathered dragon.
Okay, this is one of my gripes with D&D 5e. Technically, you fall, I think it's like 500 feet per round, which divided by 6.
500? Hold on, let me do some physics.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I think the rule in the book is 500 feet per 6
Yeah, no,
seconds.
that tracks.
I think that's pretty accurate,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I can't do an opportunity anything?
You have a reaction.
Okay.
Donnie, I listened to our second episode today. I think you have a spell
That's exactly what I was going to do.
as a reaction.
Yeah.
They would both still be in midair. And I would probably cut that in half and say they fall 300 feet.
300?
250 because of falling rules. We'll say 100 since you are directly watching this happen.
Oh my gosh.
Are you using your reaction to cast Featherfall? They're
Yeah.
still together.
So it would be
You would essentially be saving them from a splat,
both of them.
both of them, since they're grappling each other effectively. But there would have to be some pretty creative work to save Leadhead, who is about to die. Like, without falling, was already like about to die.
Okay. They're both bloodied off of this boat, right?
Right. Leadhead is in significantly worse condition than
Yes.
Captain Vance
Yes.
is, though.
Okay.
And Captain Vance can turn into bats and fly.
Also true.
Just
It's like I just wanted to jump because I have a rope,
You would fall faster than
but
them.
that's not how my turns work though.
And I don't think his rope was long enough, right?
it was only 50
No,
feet.
that's why I was asking. I was like, I have 50 feet.
Well, but if-
to jump out and
It's not 6 seconds between these two turns. It's 6 seconds for a full round of combat. So if he
That's
falls
fair.
100
That's
feet per
true.
6 seconds, that means that he's only fallen about 18 feet.
If we want to do that, I would say we will start with Ridley making an athletics check to see how fast he can jump.
Okay. Before Donnie does his thing.
I will only do math in real life to save Leadhead.
Okay. Then, Donnie, you cast Featherfall with your reaction?
Yeah.
Okay. Ridley, I need an athletics check. It has to be pretty good to catch them.
Come on, really.
yeah. All right, y'all. It's been a rough dice night.
This is it, though. I can feel it in my bones. It's coming.
Okay.
Manifest it.
Okay, maybe. It's a 12 plus 6, 18.
An 18 is good enough to react in time. You need another one to grapple.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, go on.
And it's just another athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so anxious right now.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I miss. That's a 10.
He slips through your fingers.
He does slip through your fingers. He's slowed, so he's falling slower, but your rope snaps tight. It doesn't break, but it does snap as you are unable to grab a hold of anyone.
I'm going to cast Misty Step
As a bonus action, sure.
and grab Leadhead in mid. I'm going to come out from the rope and I'm going to grab Leadhead in midair.
Sorry,
Like I'm trying to Misty Step teleport out from my rope.
so nothing
To
is
grab
holding on to
Leadhead.
you. You're
So
grabbing
nothing is
Leadhead.
holding on to me. So I can grab Leadhead.
Oh my God.
Okay. What's your plan after that?
Misty Step back to the boat.
What's the range of Misty Step?
Oh, yeah, because we're falling out
60
of 3
feet.
million.
Yeah.
We
You
can't
won't
do
be able
60.
to do
We won't be able to do 60. Can I get back to the rope, though?
that. You'd have to make an athletics check to grab onto the rope.
I mean, it's
my
either this or we
God.
die and I've rolled a new... I'll just be chimpanzee in season 2.
Chimpanzee.
If that's what you want to do, you can. We have one more enemy about to take a turn.
Oh, no. This feels crazy. I just got excited. I forgot about 500 feet for 6 seconds.
100 feet.
It is... Yeah, the range is only 30. So I could catch him, but I couldn't get back.
No.
And Ridley knows that, so he doesn't do what Vince is excited to do. Okay, I miss him. Sorry, y'all.
So, bro, it ain't your fault.
Our last vampire takes a look at his wrist. Everybody can see because you know what's there. And says, traitor. And he's going to try to shoot Leadhead.
What?
He's grappling with his captain.
Please shoot the captain instead.
That'd be amazing.
Crit fail.
That
shoot
is a
the captain.
16 to hit.
Does he not have disadvantage? They're falling. It's a moving target.
He hits him. You see Leadhead takes a bolt to the foot
He's not Leadfoot, unfortunately.
and is still barely.
He doesn't need those. It's
Hanging
fine.
on
You
to
don't need
life.
those. You can live without some of those.
I would say at the end of this, let me double check the rules of Featherfall real quick.
It's 60 feet per round.
Okay. You have another round of trying to save Leadhead before
Great.
he is out of your reach.
Oh, jeez.
Great.
And
Yeah, another round to
before
target the captain.
Captain Vance.
Yeah.
Fiddles, you got anything?
Is there more rope laying around somewhere? Or is it just the one that Ridley's dangling off of?
Ridley's dangling from some rope, and you cut a piece of rope from the bottom that is connected to the mast.
Sure, but it all would have tumbled down after I rode it up, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So that
you
means
have
it's 110 feet of rope.
of rope. Yeah,
Can reach Leadhead.
it could. Yeah.
Okay,
You gonna lasso him?
nope. Fiddles raises both of her hands up in the air, cups her hands to her mouth, and just screams, Nicole! And summons the spirit of the parrot Nicole Kidman to grab the end of the 110-foot rope and fly it to Leadhead directly into his hands.
Typically, Find Familiar takes an hour to cast.
This says instantaneous.
If you look at,
Oh, that's duration. Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
In an
I
hour,
will let
she
it
will save
slide.
you.
This, I like this thought, and so I will let this happen in a moment of intense distress when you have no magic.
The connection between myself and Nicole becomes so strong.
And the bird, yeah.
Damn, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you break your rules. But DM said,
What stat block are you using instead of, because parrot isn't one?
I'm
Is
choosing
it
like hawk. Yeah.
Okay. Barely. If Nicole Kidman dashes, can she
Yeah.
get there?
Let's dash, baby.
Okay. You have a parrot flying down there. Leadhead, of course, would have to grab the rope. Sue.
Oh, gosh. So the only baddie left on the ship is we have unconscious wizard boy and
And the
Pirate.
vampire. Uh-huh.
vampirate. Okay.
Who is actively trying to kill Leadhead and
Yeah.
save his boss.
I think Sue is going to run. I don't think Sue can get all the way there, but we'll start dashing towards them.
The pirate?
Yes, the vampirate.
You can get there.
Oh, great. Then yes, intent is to swing and knock the crossbow out of their hands, but just an attack.
Okay. Why don't you make like a mace attack? And then it passes its spirit guardian save, but you can roll damage on that.
Okay, so let's do the tenderizer attack first. It's a 6 + 5, 11.
It's not going to do it.
Sue's been rolling rough these last couple. And then let me roll damage on spirit guardians.
He's pretty rough,
That's 7.
very close to dying. You do have your bonus action.
Yes. Can my my spiritual weapon make its way over there? Is it
I think it has
close enough?
15 feet of movement. If I'm not, that might be
Has it?
Baldur's Gate rule.
No, I think you're right. It probably doesn't do. It has 20 feet.
Oh, there you go. It does reach.
Oh, great. Okay. Then yes, we will attack with that. It's a 14 + 6, a 20.
Hits. And how does it die?
I think in Sue's anger, they are just racing towards this vampire and trying to knock the crossbow out of their hands, tears streaming down their face. And from behind her, the what did I say it is? It's a meat cleaver. The meat cleaver comes through and just slices them up the back from behind.
Very cool.
Okay, on the Quaddle's turn. The Quaddles have 90 feet of movement. Because it's up there by Ricardo, it is 115 feet away from Leadhead and Captain Vance.
Okay.
If it dashes, it can get there, but it has nothing else to do.
I mean, I feel like we got to get as many things down there as we can to
It's
try
not
and
a bad idea.
Save sweet Leadhead.
How far beneath the edge of the boat? Like
60
Like
feet
from the-
because of Featherfall.
he's 60 feet below right
Below
now.
it. And he's,
Okay.
10, 15 feet away from it. So
Okay.
Yeah, I think Sue will call out. Now that the vampire has fallen, Sue will go to the edge and is calling out with their arm, and I think the Quaddle will respond and just dash down after
okay.
after Leadhead.
If Leadhead survives this turn, the Quaddle can save Leadhead because it's faster than Featherfall.
Yes.
Great.
Glint.
Leadhead is 60 feet below the edge of the deck. Okay. Glint's going to run over to the edge of the deck. Glint has learned another spell for his Dragon Mark, and he's going to reach over the edge of the deck, stretch out both of his hands, and give another word of power. Tlalok. And he's going to cast Levitate on Leadhead.
Ooh.
One creature or loose object of your choice that you can see within range rises vertically up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration. As long as Leadhead does not weigh over 500 pounds, and he is willing, we can save him.
Yes.
Leadhead does not weigh 500 pounds.
That's good.
Okay.
Probably not lead in his head then. Probably something else.
He's aluminum head, actually.
Aluminium.
I just picture all of these things happening simultaneously.
I know.
So Nicole Kidman, the
Yes.
Quaddle,
Yeah.
everything
I
is just
know.
coalescing to save sweet Leadhead.
It's Ridley missing,
Yes.
Nicole Kidman.
We've literally all done something to try and save Leadhead.
You got it.
Okay. Here is
The Featherfall cast.
something that I will propose to you, Glint.
Okay.
Let me take a look at Levitate real quick. But
So we Dua Lipa and the baby. Make sure you see that.
because Leadhead is being grappled, he's just, Captain Vance is just going to reap the benefits of that.
He's just going to ride with him. Yeah.
Does he have to make an athletics check to hold on, though?
We could do
thinking
that.
Some
Yeah.
acceleration, quick deceleration.
He has one more legendary resistance
Okay.
and has a fantastic athletic score. So much so that Donnie, he picked you up by the neck with one hand. You are very confident that he is stronger than you. You could, alternatively, cast Levitate on Captain Vance and hope he fails, and Leadhead, and trust that Featherfall will keep Leadhead alive as he falls to what is below, which would not kill him. But that's your chance. If Vance
Yeah,
holds on,
I'm fine with that. Let's
choices are basically cast it on Vance and hope that Vance fails, and then Leadhead falls,
yeah.
or cast it on Leadhead and hope that Vance doesn't hold on because next turn he's going to kill Leadhead.
Because either way, Vance is going to have to make some kind of save. If I cast it on Leadhead, he's going to have to make an athletics
Which he's
check
better
to
at, theoretically.
try and he's great at athletics. If I cast it on Vance, he's going to have to do a Constitution save, a con save of 15 to
Resist.
to not be unaffected by this.
But he also has one more legendary resistance.
And he's
Yeah. So no matter what, he's going to.
and he's okay at Constitution saves. You've seen he's maintained his concentration through everything,
Oh, and he's up next.
and he's up next.
Yes.
So he's going to slice our sweet boy's throat.
Because that's the only way he can escape, basically.
Yeah. So if Leadhead dies, it's my fault. We're just gonna go ahead and put that out there. That's canon now.
I'm saying
to this story.
I'm giving you options because the ball's in your court.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Captain's good at athletics. We don't know quite how good he is at con saves.
I'd be
but
doing
he
the
also
con
has
save.
legendary
I'm
resistance.
going to say take
So
the
he's probably
olive branch that the DM offered is what I would do.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wait, but
okay.
if then it's a save, then he can use his legendary resistance, right? If it's a
Then
athletics
it's gone.
check,
It's fine.
can he use legendary resistance for that?
Can I get an Arcana, Religion, or History check from everybody?
Oh, jeez. They're equally bad.
Same.
Oh no, history? I can do history.
Dang, I got an 11 for the Arcana.
16 plus 1, 17 for Sue.
Also 17 for Fiddles.
What's up, bud?
Halflings are arcane and historic as hell.
15 history for Ridley, who is swinging upside down.
The blood is rushing to your head, and so are history facts.
Making you smarter.
19
You've
plus
got too much
6,
blood in your brain.
25.
As a group,
25 for Donnie.
as everyone collectively rushes to the rail to save Leadhead, you know one thing about immortal creatures: nothing is scarier to them than death. Killing Leadhead is a plus for Vance, but what he wants more than anything is to survive. And if he thinks he can get away from you guys, and even if it costs him not killing Leadhead, he is going to do that.
So if you separate him and Leadhead,
Wait,
he'll take
Yeah,
that.
that's-
can I
Okay.
Which
can I talk?
has
Not Jordan. I mean, can Fiddle? Can I talk, please? I mean,
Excuse me.
Can I have a turn?
is there enough time for me to blurt something out? Okay, I would like to try yelling to Glint. Cast that spell that kills people that are holding on to someone else.
And Glint knows exactly what he means.
Well, I'm trying to deceive. I'm yelling it loud enough that Captain Vance.
roll a deception check. Yeah,
Oh, I got you.
let's get a deception check.
Well, oops. Good at deception, not good at rolling. That is a 4 plus 6, 10.
It is extremely windy, turns out, as you fall from above the clouds. So
Avada his cadavra.
Fiddle's
Doesn't quite hear you.
she just shrugs I don't know.
Okay.
Oh no! What do y'all think I should do? Vance or Leadhead? Who should I cast?
It's your
it on?
choice.
Sorry, did we determine he cannot use his legendary resistance on an athletics check?
He cannot, no.
So
Only on saves.
it's a guaranteed pass on a con save.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't play the con save.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
I think the other thing that Gage was saying is that, well, no, because if
Donnie, you have a 25. The benefit of attacking Vance is he might see you using levitate on him as a way to get out and would
That's what I was gonna say.
purposefully fail.
Okay, got it.
yeah, the levitate will save him.
Here we go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna cast Levitate on Captain Vance to try and separate him from Leadhead so that Leadhead is free to be saved by all of the other things that are down there trying to save him. It's a con save of 15 for the captain.
Captain Vance fails.
On purpose or for real?
For real.
Oh, edit all that out so it's
Got
cooler.
him.
And chooses not to continue grappling Leadhead. On Captain Vance's turn, he will use his legendary resistance to break free from the levitate. As Leadhead slowly descends, Captain Vance bolts down unbelievably fast through the clouds.
What a coward.
Does he take an opportunity attack from the quaddle?
I guess he would be. Knowing that, he will turn into a swarm of bats
Okay.
and go farther away from the quaddle so that does not happen.
Ridley is swinging his fists too, trying to get an opportunity attack in there.
So Leadhead's going to float gently to the ground, and Captain Vance is waiting on the
No,
ground
we've
for when
got
he
two
gets there.
opportunities to save him right here.
Okay, right.
Donnie, anything?
How far away is Captain Vance when he started to bolt?
He dashed after turning into bats and basically used that to avoid the coatl. But that's, 120 feet below the boat now.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Firebolt.
I guess it'd be 180 feet below the boat.
Still not far enough.
Okay, cast Firebolt.
Donnie's going to warm up his fingers, look down, he'll put both hands together and say to himself, maybe under his breath, "Not my captain." And then fires Firebolt straight down. 19 plus 8, 27.
Ooh.
Nice. That hits. Roll for damage.
Over. 7.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Figures.
You see one of the bats incinerate, but the rest of the swarm seems fine.
I mean, he has no float when he comes back.
He's 4 inches shorter.
On Leadhead's turn, he is flailing. Ricardo is passed out.
Wait, can you try and grab the rope?
I guess it is 110. Yeah. He's going to try to grab that rope. And crit fails.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet baby. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His blood that's streaming down his arm just makes it too slippery. Ridley, you got anything?
I don't think so. I think momentum is currently taking Ridley under the boat. There's not much I can do.
Fiddles?
I think Fiddles is just waiting with bated breath at the edge of the boat to see what happens with Leadhead.
Sue, you got anything?
I don't think Sue has anything that's longer range than 60 feet.
Okay.
How many turns do we get?
Leadhead's 120 feet now. Below the boat. Because the round is up. He fell another 60 feet. The coatl can catch Leadhead.
Do you want to narrate that, DM? Or do you want me to?
I would like you to narrate this.
Okay. The coatl, wings streaming behind them like a person who is Naruto running. Naruto. Is going to come up alongside Leadhead. And as they race up next to them, they're going to slide underneath, turn upside down, and then envelop them in their wings.
Yes.
With that, Captain Vance is going to escape.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
However, the bright side, Leadhead is safe.
More important.
It's all that matters.
It's able to bring him up to the ship. And Ricardo is passed out on the mast. You can see one arm hanging off.
Yeah. I think Fiddles is going to, kind of exhausted, just climb up the ladder, making a couple stops on rungs to this sucked, and then just keep on going all the way up the ladder. And then what I think I would like to do, can I get a general sense of how close this man is to death just from looking at him?
Medicine roll?
Yeah, let's get a medicine check.
Let's get a quick medicine check. I am so very good at it. That is a 2 minus 1 for a 1. Oof. Healthiest person I've ever seen.
Kind of scared. Because he's a wizard. And he might be lying. Might have a supernatural amount of health.
Yeah, he could.
Might have a way to heal himself.
Can I, if he's not faking it, do I get a sense of whether or not, he's too high up. I was going to say dump him over the edge of the boat and just let him fall to his death, but I want to see it happen. Can I get a super grip up here?
One other person can fit up there.
Can Sue heal Leadhead real quick? Sue's very worried about sweet boy. Sue's going to run up as the coatl gently lays him down on the deck. And how does Leadhead look? How miserable is he?
Seconds away from death. When you approach him and your hands start your hands start glowing. He is like, with every strength that he has, like every bit of strength in him, is like waving his hands no. Because healing damages undead creatures.
Yeah.
Oh,
a
he's
vampire.
undead. Okay, Sue is going to shake their head and then like clearing their head, and then is going to take out the cleaver that is just bleeding and is going to hold it up to Leadhead's lips.
Oh my God.
Very good. He's confused at first and then starts drinking. And you can see his fangs kind of come out as he like bites onto the blade. But that seems to be doing a little bit of healing for him.
Ridley is climbing a rope.
To get back on the ship.
Also, you say Ricardo is bloodied, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any kind of like jar on them or anything?
Like a water skin.
That's fine. Yeah,
You want to get some of that blood?
I'm gonna take Sue's water skin, or I'm gonna take my water skin. Donnie's gonna take his water skin, dump out the water, and do a. He's gonna climb up and sit there for a bit and collect some bloody drops from Ricardo, and then he's gonna do a creation spell and make a straw on the way down. That's long enough for
From top to bottom.
for Leadhead. No, not that long. He'll get down and do like one of those nice little bendy straws for Leadhead too. When
Can it be
also
swirly?
sucking
The one
on
that does like the little swirly
Yeah,
glasses.
100%.
Yeah, it's glasses. You put it onto his head.
And then while Leadhead's doing that, Donnie's gonna go pick up the hat that Leadhead put down before he charged at Captain Vance and come over and put it on his head.
When you go to pick up Leadhead's hat, you see that Davy already has it in his hands.
Hmm.
And when he sees that everybody's taking care of Leadhead, he walks over and meticulously makes sure the hat is straight on his head.
Precious angel.
Then Davy stands straight and does a salute. And then says,
Captain.
Whoa.
Baby's first word.
"What are we doing with Ricardo up there?"
Do combat rules apply outside of combat? Like, is an attack just an attack, or can an action be taken with an attack that like does something?
Yeah. Also, he's like asleep, so
Fiddles just leans over the railing of the crow's nest and goes, "Are we squeamish?"
No,
Yes.
no, I'm fine.
I'll turn around.
Yeah, Fiddles leans in and goes, "I don't know if you can hear me, but I hope you can. This was a mistake." And then takes Ricardo's head clean off with the sword.
you see on his decapitated body, there is a note in one of his jacket pockets that says Cornelia on it.
Mm-hmm. I think Fiddles just holds it up and lets the wind take it.
So good.
So good.
So good.
Oh my gosh.
As Ricardo's body slides off of this,
Oh, I'm definitely like tipping it over and like jump shotting the head off the edge of the boat.
I think Glint's gonna be like, Glint's gonna turn around and be like, "Is it safe to turn around now?" And then the body just
as the body
squelches onto
hits. Sorry, buddy.
Donnie casts heroism on
To make him brave.
the Azers peek out from like the below decks door and see the giant mess, and they're like, we will take care of this. And they like assembly line style start handing out like mops
Yes,
to each other
dude.
and start cleaning the decks.
I love these guys.
It's amazing.
Should we have asked y'all for assistance earlier, maybe?
We were protecting the elementals so that they did not steal our ship.
It's valid.
That makes sense, yeah.
Oh, that's in the deleted scenes or something, I guess.
Sue, the coatl, once you're done taking care of Leadhead, the coatl descends down to your level and stares directly into your eyes. You sense like something soft, comforting, a familiarity almost, and you can see that your dragon mark is glowing in response to this.
I think Sue will reach out the arm with her dragon mark on it, as if to like touch their nose. Will the coatl let me?
Mm-hmm.
And I think she would just say, I don't quite know where you've come from, but I'm sure glad you came.
It blinks at you, and everything around you disappears. And slowly, it's almost like a vision, but the physical surrounding are like forming in front of your eyes. You see like a hill, and then this coatl is coiled up on this hill, and then you see like a herd of halfling children like playing and swinging from its feathers all over it. And next to this hill is a tavern where you see a familiar figure standing on the deck. In our last session, you met an older halfling named Kat. She is the one standing on this balcony. And then that vision ends, and you see that coatl blinking at you before disappearing into that mist that returns to your ring that dims.
I think Sue's just going to look down at it with a bit of a quizzical look, and then just close her fingers and kind of squeeze, just like a tender squeeze.
Ridley, your shell phone is vibrating.
Be right back. So I dig around in the inside the shell and grab the it's the stone, right?
It's a stone, yeah.
Go for Ridley.
Hey, buddy. Yes, it is your friend Ingo. Did you get that egg? I'm just kidding. I know you have it. And if you continue to sail due west, we will find you. And you can't miss us. We are, a giant floating fortress and everything. So you will find us, and we will finish our deal.
Sorry, the directions are west?
Go west. Yeah, we'll find you.
Okay. Is this like in the next 15 minutes sort of thing, or a couple days?
No, it'll take a week or so. Yeah, we'll find you.
Okay. Ingo, I'm going to be honest, buddy. I don't know why you made this phone call to tell me to keep doing what I'm doing and don't change it.
In my personal experience, adventurers are wild and unpredictable.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, fair.
Flashback to Fiddles shot putting a head off of the boat 18 seconds ago.
Okay, Ingo, XOXO. See you soon, buddy.
Gossip Girl.
As everybody winds down after a pretty excruciating fight, almost seeing one of your friends die, is there anything you'd like to do before going and taking your rest?
Fiddle's going to climb down from the crow's nest, just kind of bloody and sweaty and tired, and is going to stand at the bottom of the ladder and just kind of clear her throat like, sorry for lying. That's the last one to you guys.
Honey, it don't really matter. You're still Fiddles. You've always been Fiddles. And that's all we've ever known.
One tear. Yeah, I think that you've always been Fiddles might mean the most to the artist formerly known as Cornelia. And she's just going to smile and give you a nod and then haul her tired
Hey, I think
ass.
we're way past nods, and Sue's going to pull them in for a hug.
we're bringing it in for the real thing. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I think Fiddles
It's Mama Sue.
Fiddles is very like, and then goes in for it.
Glint's standing outside of this hug, kind of awkwardly wringing his hands.
Sue's hand just comes out from behind her and just is reaching for everybody else. Get in here,
Johnny
y'all.
will come
Come
in
on.
for sure.
Don't be shy.
Well, all right, here we go.
And this is over Leadhead, so Leadhead is also
Yeah,
part of
certainly. Certainly.
Yeah.
And I assume Davy is smothered by kneecaps.
Yeah.
After a similar harrowing experience on another boat far from here, you all told me that you were proud of me. I'm proud of you. We saved our friend, and we saved our family.
It's the most important things there are, I think.
We also got away with a big egg.
Here, here.
And a prince, Cornelia says.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. Not my news to share, sorry.
Oh, there's some stuff I need to fill you in on.
Fiddles whips her head to Cornelius and Mezcal. Just, where the hell were you?
Yeah, why are you guys never in initiative?
What you did not see is that there was 7 other wyverns that we were taking care of as the great
I'm
warriors
sure
we
there
are.
were. I'm sure there were, sweetheart.
They're just chopping cilantro below deck the whole time this is happening.
Yeah, we know exactly 2 facts about you. You love cilantro and you are deathly afraid of wyverns.
Underneath their fingernails is green.
Yes.
We are simple creatures. All right. Anything else?
I think we all deserve a shower and a nap.
And a good meal.
Yeah.
Sue, do you have a meal in mind?
Ooh.
I can come
I-
back to you if you want.
Let me think for a second.
Hot
We're assuming-
dogs.
You know what? Does Blendo have anything? If I look around the kitchen, something
Nachos.
fun? Some like moon cheese or something from there.
I like
He
I like
has-
moon cheese.
He's been
He
stranded
has-
for years.
Yes. Hey, you keep those things that are special?
He has a cluster of preserved moon mushrooms that grow in the caverns.
Hey, Blendo, you mind if I use these and make us up something to eat?
Wow, it would be my pleasure. I've been waiting for a special occasion, and I guess this is it.
You got any preferences on how these are cooked? I've never used them before, but I am real excited.
Well, I have some steak that I got from. Where did I?
Aldi.
It was Aldi. I think it must have been Jody who gave it to me.
Okay, let's do some
Mystery steak.
chicken fried steak with like some mushroom gravy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That is a great final meal.
Yeah.
Leadhead is just sucking that.
Final.
Final as in chapter 1. As we end, the party settles down to rest for the night. Glint, you're visited by another one of these dreams.
Yeah, the tracks.
In it, there are, you're in this room. It looks industrial. And there are a few people in this room. There is Ramshackle, young. There is a woman who seems to be like in her mid-30s. She's a human. She is holding a baby who's being swaddled. There's Anna. There's you. You can assume based on your clothing and your general feel that you're probably Dale. And Lucius, the humanoid you met with
Foxman.
the fox mask. You hear from the other side of a door. Okay, you can come on in. And the group gets up and walks through the door. In this gigantic room, you see there's a golden lung dragon splayed out across the floor. Its head has been caved in by what must have been like a massive bludgeoning strike. Lucius walks over to the man and says, "How grand. The crew's gonna call you the Cannon Fist for years." And he turns with a vial of golden dragon blood that's being drained out from it. "You know I don't want that, Lucius. I just want to keep my family safe." And he hands one of these vials to the woman who downs it. And then he pulls out a smaller one that they feed the baby. When you take a deeper look, you see that this cloth that the baby's swaddled in is engraved with a couple of runes that spell out the name Vance.
What?
Hold on. What?
Shit.
I was waiting for Glint.
I was too.
That's not.
I thought you were going to say the baby has
Wait.
glasses and a pocket protector.
And a little baby robot inside his baby swaddle.
The baby's in a baby Bjorn with a robot and a baby Bjorn.
You see the faint outline of an inhaler.
It's Glint.
Yeah.
They put a robot and a
Wow.
baseball in front of the baby, and it crawls to the robot and it kicks the baseball.
Oh, man.
A great day for our campaign.
No kidding.
First episode's drop and our last episode of Act 1.
Wild, y'all.
Do we level up?
Man.
Wild.
And we do level up to level 6.
Great. Not tonight, though.
Awesome.
I'm a sleepy girl.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for being willing to do a longer session.
Oh, my
Dude,
gosh. Amazing,
this
Gage.
is so
like,
fun.
truly incredible.
Yeah, amazing.
I don't think I
Big
have
fun.
gasped so many times.
I am genuinely so glad to have that fiddle secret off my chest because I have genuinely texted Gage after the last 10 sessions and be like, is next one maybe a good time to do it? I want to do it so bad. Is next one maybe a good time to do it?
No, this was the right
No,
way
for
to do
sure.
That
this.
was so good.
There are 3 paths presented to you.
Dice Tower Theater presents Dawn of Dragons, a fantasy audio drama.
Ambush! For all intents, I should have you exiled.
Time to wait.
The Sunless.
Our young heroes, bound by love and kinship, are forced on a quest to discover the truth behind the magic of dragons and seek those that stole it before their world itself is destroyed by the growing power of the Dark Army.
Come with us. Don't just wait here for death.
I won't lose you, my friend.
Take us below them.
Hold on.
You better answer me.
What was your name again?
The blue flame has the great risk, correct?
Are you sure, Sophie? I foresee a path you can understand, let alone tread, but you will have to walk yourself.
I am no stranger to being alone. I know it better than anything else.
Dice Tower Theater, a Good Hand production, wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Wake, and remember the first thing you sense as your first clue.